You're listening to Game Music Radio, brought to you by rpgamers.net.
And we're going live with D&D Beyond. No, it's not D&D Beyond. D&D campaign, Meridian Falls campaign is what we're doing. D&D Beyond does not sponsor me. They are just who we use to keep track of everything. But they should sponsor me. They should, because that would be awesome, and I would plug them every 3 minutes. I would just stop and have to plug them again. All right, so it looks like everybody's here, so I'm going to jump right in and pull all of our players in, and they can say hi and all that good stuff.
I have a question.
Hello and welcome.
Good evening.
I am getting...
Hello.
You guys seem really quiet to me, but not to the stream. I don't know how to fix that.
Maybe your volume is low.
Yeah, my own personal volume. No, it's at max. How do I deal with that? Somebody say something.
Hey.
Hello. Hi.
You say something.
You guys, when you talk, the stream says that it's saying that volume is good, but I cannot hear you on my own ears.
Yeah, you were really quiet too. I had to turn you up.
Maybe you have earwax issues.
Maybe someone casted. Oh, nice, getting that resub.
Right?
Thank you, man.
Resub.
Noise.
That sweet half-year resub.
Times one, huh? Jesus.
It really has.
What if I turn this down? Plug it back in. Turn it up. How about now?
Sorry, I'm having trouble loading Roll20, so it'll be a minute.
Oh my gosh.
It's the technical difficulty stream, chapter 4.
What happened? What happened? Now I can't hear you guys at all.
You sound fine to me now.
Well, I mean, I can hear you guys, but...
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Remember when I was quiet the one episode? I didn't change anything, and then the next episode, I think I was fine. And I'm still on the same settings I was on last time. So.
I'm trying to figure out why the wrong microphone's working. I might just skip out and come back in and see if it works.
That's so weird. That's so weird. My...
Good old Windows.
It says it's good for the stream. I just can't personally hear you guys, which is going to be a problem. I'm going to try just rebooting Discord real quick. While that's happening, I am going to discuss what happened to the party. Right now, they are all in the Shadowfell, taking a shortcut, if you will, into
Alright.
where they're trying to go next. Are you guys there?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still seem incredibly quiet to me. Maybe there's settings in Discord to output volume. Let's try that.
You're also quiet in Discord, so you're up to 200% for me, and you used to be at 75%, so...
Well, when I speak... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. Discord just doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, Discord and Windows, I think, are just both updating and...
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I gotta update Windows. Okay, well...
I think that's the problem.
Alright.
Are we humming?
I'm trying to check my
Your volume
input
levels?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a volume on my monitor that could be doing it.
Go to your voice and video settings, because it might be off there.
I will say that I did have to do that as well today. I had to go in and change my sound to... From the system...
The output setting on my end is...
Yeah. System default was
No, in
set...
Discord.
Yeah. I had...
System default is... The input sensitivity was a little bit off for me. The output is too loud on my end. It's gonna...
All right, I think I'm good enough. So, if you guys are ready, if you guys can't hear me, I apologize, but you'll have to crank me to 200.
I hear.
Oh yeah, I hear you just fine.
I will start introducing people first, and this time I'll remember to introduce you as your characters' names and not as your people. Or is it the other way around?
The other way around.
Maybe.
So you want me to say who you are or who you're playing?
Who we are, so we can introduce our character.
Okay. Going down the list, we have Ezekiel.
Hi, I play May Galanodel. I'm an elf wizard girl, and we're in the Shadowfell, and I'm scared that we're probably all about to die because of war.
It's a realistic fear. Next up, we have Fallstar.
Hi, I'm Fallstar. I am playing Blanford Knitfable. Sometimes I'm Zazie. Zazimus Hornswallower.
It's been a while
Thing.
since we've seen
Yeah.
Zazimus.
Yeah.
He might have died.
It'll be a. Yeah. It's a thing. Sometimes I'm one. Sometimes I'm the other. I might be another one sometime. I really wish I'd leveled up before I killed that sorcerer.
Next up, we have Moose or M. Burke.
I play Bjorn Ledbrock, the barbarian, who's the proud owner of a brand new, or maybe not new, but a new to me axe. I about said sword. But,
Great axe of. It's even got like a cool name. I don't know. I like the name. You guys might think it's stupid.
Having Google.
Pretty terrible. I'm just kidding.
And lastly, we got Stop Shulking.
Hello, I play Oris the Monk, and he's gonna be a grumpy boy this episode. So
He's gonna be grumpy
because
because
he killed someone.
there was some
he didn't really want
murdering
to.
going on.
He has to pay his some respects and mope around a bit.
Yeah, that's the glue milk for you. They make you want to kill them, and then you're like, oh no, but I killed human peoples. Yeah. So you guys are currently in the Shadowfell with two of you riding owlbears, but also very exhausted. And there is this city of Elwain, which you guys are trying to get to in the material plane, is some distance away, and we're relying on, I believe, Oris's amazing roll. He rolled really well for his ability to track their steps and try to gauge how close they were in a different plane. Because the idea is that time is at a different rate while they're in the Shadowfell, so they went into the Shadowfell to make a travel time of about a day's travel, but they're going to make it in far less time as far as the material plane is concerned, which, since there was an army potentially moving towards the city, they were trying to decrease the amount of time the military or the army had to destroying this city. So they've been wandering through the Shadowfell. Township? Maybe it is a township. Maybe it's not a city. I would claim it a city because it is got a higher population than, I don't know what constitutes a city. I'm going to say 10,000 people. But I'm not really sure. In a fantasy world, I could just say whatever I want. So, can everyone mute Roll20? Yeah. If anyone's not muting Roll20, please. Whoa! Please do that, and I will be happy.
Yeah, I think mine is. Yeah, it is.
If mine is not, let me know, because
I don't. It never is a problem for me, so I don't know why. Is there an echo or something?
I'm not sure.
Oh right, I
Somebody
just
mentioned
told it doesn't have access to my stuff.
I think it's trying to load up someone's webcam, if that counts.
Oh.
Anyways, moving forward. Something is beeping when you text.
That's your
That's
side.
for this. I think that's. Yeah.
Is a message notification.
I'm also wearing my tuber tire. Oh crap, I'm not. But I do have a new chair. We got it for free. My wife's on this like get for free Facebook group where like you give other people stuff for free like once every like couple months, so you can stay in there, and then you can just like collect people's garbage. And they're like, "Hey, I've got this chair," and I'm like, "I need a chair," and they're like, "It's dirty," and I'm like, "That's okay. I'll just sit on a dirty chair." I am a garbage collector. I collected this garbage. It was free. Is it a sweet gaming chair? No. But it cost me $0. It cost me like $1 in gas to go get it, I guess. It's a million times better than the chair that's back broke off. It was a folding chair, and it was just like a metal rod across my spine. It was giving me back problems. It was very painful. Anyways, that aside, you guys are in the Shadowfell. You just finished killing some duders. We can actually go over. Up to you guys. We could deal with the ring if that's something you want to deal with now.
Oh well, yeah. I wanted to look at it.
I literally just started.
What is it?
The ring itself is the one ring to rule them all.
How long is it?
And in the darkness, smite them.
Let me get through the introduction at least first.
I'm not going to give you the name of the ring just yet, because then you would look up at stats and what it can do.
I mean, well, if you tell me not to. But what is? I mean, what do I do with it? I grab it. I pick it up. May's looking at it.
Yeah.
This is a ring.
Yeah, you can feel this like negative, like it feels like it's a
Be careful.
megalopolis.
It's a nega ring.
Be careful.
I
Be
lick
careful
it.
with that ring. Oh,
I
handkerchief, handkerchief.
Yeah, you guys can feel like an immediate like it's watching you. Like you feel this like unnerving presence of it looking at you
look
almost.
through it. I look through it. Can I see anything when I look through it?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll Arcana or
Too late.
Investigation? You can do either one for me.
Arcana or what?
I take as many steps away as I can because I don't want. If it explodes on us, I don't want to be in the blast radius.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up, my.
If your skin starts to swell up and you're like, oh damn, whoops.
Sorry.
No
my-
worries. I have ways of fixing it.
Yeah, he'll just kill you and turn you into a zombie.
I
That's
can
not-
bring you
that's
back.
That's not bringing someone back. They are definitely going.
Are we getting them
my-
rolls?
Extension.
It'll be at disadvantage because
Wait, what?
you've been exhausted more episodes
yeah.
than you've been not exhausted. That's for sure.
I don't think so.
And I'm not helping you because I'm not touching this. I'm not getting involved with this one.
Okay. There we go. Where is it? Arcana.
Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, 16.
It's pretty
Still not
good
bad.
Arcana. Pretty good Arcana. So you're looking
So I
at this ring.
looked through it, and I think I figured it out, guys.
Okay.
So you're doing your Arcana check, and you're trying to understand where this thing originated from, or any information from it. You know that wearing this ring is going to give you some powers. That you suspect the man who exploded, that you defeated, had a lot less natural ability than he was demonstrating. His ability to kill at range, or summon back the dead, or those types of things. You feel this ring has great power. You definitely feel it's a artifact class, if you will, but you also feel that wearing it will be detrimental to your health, and that it will try to grip you and take you. Other than that, you're not entirely sure the extent of what it can do, or the extent of what it will do to you. And why you actually suspect that it will harm you worse than the effects you were seeing to the wielder of it. That he must have had some additional, you're not sure what. Something was going on that allowed him to wield this ring. Maybe it was the ring chose him. Maybe it was some kind of ritual. Maybe it was his bloodline of something. You're not sure, but you suspect that if one of you were to wear this thing or attempt to wield it, it would be far worse for you than what you saw happen to him. But you don't know the extent.
So I look at it for a couple of minutes or something, and then I glance over everybody else and I go, I'm not totally sure yet, but I don't think I should put it on. I'm just gonna I'm gonna tie it on like a string or something and put it on my wrist.
Oh, on your wrist. Interesting. Okay. So not Frodo.
I'd like to see if there how much of that body remains in a recognizable state.
He blew up, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. You can find like a femur.
Okay. I'd like to take any recognizable bits.
Yeah.
Like
around in your immediate area, stuff that hit you and hurt you. Yeah, you find a femur, you find like an ear.
Okay. I'd like to take some bits of this person with us.
Sure. You have the remains of a person.
So,
Okay.
guys, I'm a little bit tired.
Me too.
I've been tired. But I was thinking that would you guys be interested in maybe staying here for a short rest before we go back into the I don't know if we know what to call it, the material plane?
Yeah, I need to rest. It's not a thing.
Okay. So is the plan to huddle down and do you want to go the rest of the distance you estimate is to get you there and then rest there?
I don't know.
Or do you want to just wherever you are in the middle of the woods?
It's up to you, because I don't need a rest, so
Yeah. Ors is like leaning over the corpse of the archer that he killed. So, after he collected all his arrows, and he just sort of looks up about to say something, and then he just chooses not to say anything.
I'm going to see if there are any other bits and bobs of things that can be taken from bodies that are interesting at all.
From the other bodies too? Just like the random people?
Yeah, like literally anything. Like
Sure. I mean, they're entire corpses. If you want to take their body parts.
no, not the bodies, but like if there are any interesting gewgaws, like yeah, we did that last time.
Sure. Well, okay, fine. Roll me some investigation. You're just gonna loot the bodies, is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what you're saying. You're not going around and collecting people's spleens.
He's
No,
hoping
I
there's a greater healing potion on one of them. Are you at disadvantage, Falstar?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I am.
Sorry. Just,
Gotta make sure. Gotta remember. So 14. 14. Not bad.
I was looking for
Yeah, the very first thing you probably notice is that every body that you go to, it's one of the first things you guys check at this point. They all have the Gloom Ilk tattoo on their chest. Even the female archer that you have to manhandle for some reason. As far as like,
Gloom Milk tattoo.
I'm sorry,
I'd like to cut off a Gloom Milk tattoo.
you're gonna skin them?
Yep.
What are you doing? Stop doing that. That's disgusting.
Give me a survival.
I'm just gonna grab his shoulder.
Yeah.
Why
Oris
are you
is-
doing
yeah.
that?
Desecrating bodies. I mean, I don't know about this. Oh dear God.
It's
Oris
just-
isn't gonna allow it anyways.
It's
So.
disgusting. What are
Neither
you
is
doing?
May.
Is there a reason?
They're gonna threaten to harm you if you keep attempting to desecrate the bodies. So
Well, are you gonna respond? Also, you rolled terribly, so you clearly just.
yeah, you were. If they were letting you take this tattoo, you were gonna destroy it, and you're just gonna have like a like discarded.
I want
Flesh.
this. I want this tattoo so that
He's gonna
there's,
stitch it on himself.
proof.
You know what
I want
it's
the
proof
tattoo
of?
as,
If you show this to someone, it's proof that you scalp people. That's what it's proof of.
You ever heard of the minor illusion cantrip? I can just do that.
You guys could
with-
like record, like draw it if you wanted, or your memories are pretty decent. So yeah, the illusion spell you used before was perfectly reasonable.
I know, but I just want to. But in case someone doesn't believe in illusion, I just want to have a copy of it that's physical.
I mean,
Anyway,
if they don't believe, why would they believe that the flesh is from, like, you can get a tattoo and cut it off a person? I mean, if they're gonna be skeptical, I feel like they would probably be more skeptical of you once they see you're holding someone's flesh. Skin them up, boys.
Good point.
Just
doing
put.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be honest. Apparently, I don't know if anybody cares if we stay here or not. I was just thinking. I am again very tired. I was gonna maybe try to do well. So I learned this new spell. I was gonna raise a couple of these people as zombies so I could use them.
Oh, love it.
Oh, so you're gonna take time and cast Raise Dead?
I mean, no, animate dead. It's only like a
Or
minute.
Animate Dead, sorry.
I love this. I love it so much. Let's do this thing. They're gonna guard us.
Because I'm waiting for someone like Oris or to have an issue with it.
Oris just starts walking off slowly in the direction of Elwain, just like
Wait, what?
He's waiting for everyone, but he's just kind of leaving
Well,
the
this is
battlefield.
why I wanted to rest because I only have one third level spell slot left.
Okay.
Yeah, Oris is gonna just kind of shuffle towards it and kind of look back at everyone, waiting for everyone, but he's not gonna say anything.
So we're going.
You guys need to rest. Short rest.
I know that's what I'm saying. I need a short rest. I need to take an hour probably and just chill.
Oris just yeah, I was gonna say Oris just
we
says
could short rest.
not here. If we see anyone approaching, we'll leave the Shadowfell.
Okay.
I guess I'll just put dead bodies in the bag then.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What? You're gonna
I have
stop
to-
them from skinning bodies, but then you're gonna put the entire corpse
I
in
was
your
gonna
bag of holding?
animate them and then let them walk alongside us. It wasn't quite as weird, but now he's like, no, we have to leave this place. So I'm like, I can't drag. I'm not strong enough to drag dead bodies with
Well,
us.
animate them and then catch up, I guess. He's not walking fast. He's not speeding away or anything.
I only have one spell slot to do it, so I can only get one of them. I wanted to take a short rest and get enough spell slot back, so I had two, so I can have two zombies. I wouldn't have any more third level spell slots though.
I need to heal so badly.
But just have one, I guess. It's not a big deal.
Let's take it. I also need a short rest.
Well, yeah, we know that, but it's.
Oris is opposed to resting in the Shadowfell.
I'm gonna.
He's a grumpy, mopey boy right now, so.
I'll get one zombie and we can leave. I guess that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go over and do it.
Sure. One of the cultists that wanted to be turned back into a zombie but never got the chance to.
No, not that one.
Specific. Well,
that guy.
I'm going to say you can't
Picky.
choose the ones that were raised. So you either have to pick one of the cultists or you have to pick one of the two archers. I suppose you could choose one of them.
Archers.
Archers. Yeah, the archers.
I mean, they
Archers are pretty
believe in
cool.
the same thing, but yeah, I guess they put up more of a fight. So you
Well, I don't know who has the best weapon.
They're gonna be zombies. They won't be wielding the weapons.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I could fillet them, get rid of the skin and bones, skin and flesh, and you can get skeletons.
You gonna make a soup for us?
I think that's gonna take longer.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna go off by myself and do it. No, I don't really want langer.
How long will this take?
A minute.
Long enough for a short rest?
No, a minute.
No, you have to do.
If you're gonna go far enough away, you can fake that it's gonna take longer, and we can get short rest.
No, that's not how it works. I'm gonna walk.
Oris is basically taking lead, and he says if we see anyone, just activate the portal, and we'll just hop out to safety, and we'll rest out there, or we'll make it to the city, and we can rest when we get there.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be able to rest when we get there because they're gonna be under attack, and we'll be expected to help.
Yeah, that's the same what I was thinking. That's why I wanted to rest here.
It matters where you pop out. Where are you trying to pop out? That I need to know, and then I will decide where you actually arrive in the material plane.
Close.
Now,
I guess within the city or close to it.
Oh, okay. You want to try to appear
There's
in the city. Okay.
Okay, so
option.
Yeah, within the walls.
There's another option. We could try to pop out in the middle of the camp and hope that we can
we have no idea.
Take out.
So that's not.
And we could try and see if we can get some of the people. I have no idea. Let's see if we can try and take out some of the top leadership.
I think.
And put the camp in disarray.
How about we get there and we'll find out what we can do.
I think that's a bit risky.
I just wanted to put that I want to put that out there as an option.
Maybe you should have been like an assassin instead of somebody who sings songs. And then
Hey,
May is walking back with a bodyguard zombie and
you're the one who's
Sure.
got a
Yeah,
friend
you can definitely
who
raise
can't
the one
move.
zombie, and it will just kind of shamble with you. It has to really work to
Hey,
keep up
yeah.
with you guys because they are slower than a regular person, and you're
I
on
guess
an owlbear.
it can get on the owlbear, I guess, for now.
Oh, you want it to ride on the bear with you?
I don't want it to, but if it's gonna be slow, then yeah.
Hey,
Sure.
we have owl bears.
You've got like a zombie corpse like giving you like a motorcycle hug.
Hang on tight.
We have a zombie and owl bears to guard us while we take a rest. We should do this.
I feel like the zombie looks kind of like a White Walker though, because it's not really that. It's like just recently died. It's not all disgusting yet.
It isn't festering just yet, but it will probably start to smell after a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it like died like a couple minutes ago.
It's still warm.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're using it as a tauntaun at the moment. Just
Okay.
curled inside
So we continue forward.
for warmth. Yeah, okay. So you guys are gonna go the distance, and then, let's. Are we gonna use Squire again for that last? There's like an hour left.
That song too. Sorry.
Can I, while we're mounted, can we rest?
No, you said that before.
Fine.
You were trying to do that this whole time. I'm still gonna make the same argument, especially since they're not bound to you yet.
Yeah.
You actually can't take a short rest without it turning on you.
Yeah. Let's just get out of here.
He's all alone in his time of need.
The song is.
Go the distance. Yeah,
we go.
exactly.
So how do we know? How do we decide where we're at and stuff? Do we see anything? Do we see? Those are ruins within the
Yeah.
city.
So you're gonna go that last hour, but I just wanted to know who's gonna be doing the perception check for me on that last bit of the leg. Is it Squire? Or is it gonna be? Is it Oris?
I guess Squire could. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Roll me his perception real quick with advantage because he's a sweet ass owl.
What does he have? So +2 or +3? Probably +3.
+5. Why not? Plus
Let's do
100.
plus 10 and just call it even.
This is like the best owl, the best 0 CR rated
This
monster
boy.
that's ever been made.
I mean, technically, it could still be challenge rating 0 and have amazing perception.
I
You only
feel
have-
like 100 perceptions is a lot, but whatever. It's fine.
Well, that would be kind of useless to a certain extent.
He can only see really far away. He can't see up close.
Yeah. He's like a T-Rex if you get too close, but if you're far away, then he's like an eagle.
16.
Sick. So yeah, you guys travel that last. Why does it say 2D20 Kingdom Hearts 1 plus 3? I don't know. That's weird.
It's keep higher.
Keep highest one? What the heck?
Oh, that means it has advantage. I see.
Yes.
I got it. Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, you guys travel that last hour without incident. You don't see any other Glue Milk members. I mean, when he's in the sky, you still see the same stuff that you saw before. You know that there's a large lake area to the right, and you know there's a large evil ominous castle to your left, but you manage to keep your path and keep marching and avoid any unnecessary undesirables, because there are, random ghouls and stuff just happening out in the Shadowfell, but you guys manage to thread the needle, so to speak, and arrive where Oris believes to be within the city walls. It's still just foresty open field. There's no like marker. There's no like you're walking along and you're waiting for like some kind of landmark, and Oris just kind of stops. He's like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then he steps there and he's like, "Here's the spot." And you guys are like, "I'm gonna have to take your word on that one, I guess."
What is this? What is the spot?
Within the city walls.
He believes it to be that when you
Somewhere.
go back into the material plane, that you will be within the city walls of Elwayne.
Cool. So
As
let's
best
go
as his
just
ability to
outside
do
the
it.
city. Let's go just right outside the city so we can take out the head honchos, right? That's what Blanford was saying, right?
Is that the plan? You want to just show up in
That
the
was
middle
an
of the...
option. That was an option if we took a nap first.
I'm being sarcastic.
I know.
Smile.
The zombie totally catches on to your sarcasm, is like, "Meh,
Oh.
I get it."
Then May's gonna start pulling out her bedroll so she can take an hour-long nap.
We're doing it here. We're not doing it...
I'm
No,
gonna
we
start
sh-
unless somebody says no.
Should return to the.
If we go back to the city,
Perfect
we might get freaking. They might be in the middle of a siege, and we're going. I'm gonna die if we go back that quickly.
We should not sleep here.
One hit will permakill me.
We're not sleeping. We're just.
It has
we're
to do
not
like
actually
30
sleeping.
damage to insta-kill you, though.
That's entirely doable.
What if we don't know
It's
if
true. You could get hit for 30 damage, but it's still a lot.
There might be freaking trebuchets and stuff. We don't know what's going on. Oris, fine. Okay, you know what? You are at freaking. You clearly weren't hit at all last fight. You want to just hop over there? That's great. You can tell that I'm at like half health. So is Rim. So is almost everybody other than you. You know that, right?
I am an inch away from dying.
Blanford, I could punch, and I don't do any damage when I do that, and I'd still kill him.
Like,
Fueled by like months or weeks of like having to deal with this BS, you do 36 points of damage with your punch, and Blanford is
Also,
instantly
these
dead.
eyelids are like super droopy.
like punching at disadvantage, you could kill me.
Or it just says fine, and then he pulls out the brick and he just puts it up in the wall, just on one side.
Nice.
Okay.
On one
Right.
side, you
Short
find like a
rest.
tree, and you get like make his best of a.
Sure.
As when he does that, actually, I'm gonna go. I think actually it might be better to have a 360 view, Oris.
You can just do the half wall and then look over it.
Yeah,
And then Oris
so-
adjusts
so-
it, and then he goes on to the other side of the partial wall.
Like all solidly, like
Yeah.
Yeah, we only need a short rest, right? And I'm going
Yeah.
to do Song of Rest,
Oh, cool. Thank you.
which means that we each get an extra. Hold on, Need
D6.
Okay.
Song of Rest. We each get an extra D6.
You guys can all do your. You guys can have a short rest. I'm gonna ask that someone gives me a perception for who's ever watching.
I probably shouldn't. I guess. I mean, we can still do it.
What do you do? What do we need?
Just perception from someone to start watching.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're keeping an eye out in the Shadowfell. You're also
got a
paying
plus
attention
5.
to. You're also distracted by your sweet new axe that you now will not let leave your side. Yeah, you guys can heal up. I'm going to have you guys, because you're resting in the Shadowfell, once you finish the short rest, I need you to all make a con save 10 or receive a point of exhaustion.
Awesome. Why are you so mean to us?
Because you're resting in the Shadowfell.
Why are you so mean to us?
Oh, dear God.
Free. I hate you so much.
You have no plus on your con?
No!
Yikes.
I'm a little elfin girl. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna be true to. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
be like,
God!
Oh, for no reason.
Oh, no!
Jesus.
Oh, that was a hit dice. That wasn't a...
Oh, I was just doing my health.
Yeah.
I rolled lower on the D20 than I did on my freaking D6s.
So I think that puts May up to 3
Yes,
levels
I have
of
3
exhaustion.
levels of
Okay.
exhaustion. I can't do anything. You did it. You're gonna kill me, Tuber. Good job. You killed Roger.
Why are
Good
you
job.
blaming me for this? I told you many times traveling through the...
I blame you.
So what did we need to hit?
Why do I have to level
You need a DC 10. It's relatively
You made
low.
us stay up for 2 freaking straight days to train freaking owlbear.
Yeah, you chose to stay up for 2 days and then travel through the Shadowfell although it's only half a day's journey in the material plane, it was a full day's journey for you guys.
I
You
didn't
still
know
traveled for
that.
a day.
Yeah, I need a Constitution save.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought false starts
Door.
number one on a hit dice. Yeah, you're right. You could make it.
Low too.
18.
Oh, you make it. Okay, I thought 2 of you got hit
Wonderful.
there.
I was rolling hit dice first.
I'm gonna just let May become evil. She's just getting so influenced by the Shadowfell.
She is getting pretty Shadowfellian. That's for sure.
Rim also needs to. I need to. He's a rogue? They have a D8, right? I can't find his freaking.
And before you take the long rest, you're gonna roll those dice, right?
D10. Oh, right, he's a fighter too. Okay, so
He's got con. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
go.
technically Rim has to roll it as well.
yeah, I know.
Proficiency.
I was trying to find his hit dice. I couldn't. Okay, short rest. So he's got.
+4.
Oh, he
Oh,
can
hit
just,
dice for healing, yeah.
so I'll roll his fighter one first, I guess. Does that go through?
Wow. If he
Nice.
hasn't used his second wind, you can throw that in there for free as well.
He did use it.
Oh, okay.
He would have gone down probably.
That's right. I do remember you using it. You were like, okay,
Where-
second wind, and then he got hit again, and was like, good thing I second winded.
Okay, so they're both at full, I think. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I-
actually, he needs one
Did he
more.
do his con save?
He needs one more. No, not yet. I'm sorry. I have 2 characters.
Why do I have 2?
Um,
D&D Beyond, help me. We're not
he-
sponsored by D&D Beyond, but
Oh, with the Song of Healing for Rim.
yeah, you all get +5 hit points if you rolled a hit die.
Right. Yeah. He only did 1 more hit point, so I just.
Yeah, exactly,
Cool.
guaranteed.
Cool.
And he's gonna make his con save.
Nice.
He's
Just
alright.
May suffering the effects of the Shadowfell.
Why does it say
Rim-
+2? It says +4 on when I look at Rim's.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I did.
Saving
I just did
throw.
a check. I just did a check on accident. So yeah.
Still, you rolled a
Yeah.
14.
Well,
then.
see, that's the thing. That I made it a saving throw so that the fact you guys have exhaustion wouldn't compound. Because if it was a con ability check, not that makes sense to do it that way, anyways. But then you guys would have had disadvantage. But at this point, May now has disadvantage on all future
Rolls and saving throws.
Saving throws?
Oh, yeah.
saving throws.
So
So
just use only spells.
yeah, it's tough. But you just cast magic missile and you're okay, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a nap soon, a real one.
Yeah.
So how many times can I cast? Like at least once or maybe twice? Can I cast alarm?
Is your ward not back already?
Nope. It's long rest.
No, I mean, like how much damage did it take?
If I lose health, it means my ward is gone.
Oh,
so
you did lose it entirely. Okay.
but it's not actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the big bone explosion hit you and took out your ward.
Yeah, but it's
Up to you guys. What is it?
zero.
10 minutes every time you want to do it?
yeah. But I mean, can I cast it like during a short rest, the beginning or the end or something, even once or
Not
twice?
during the rest, no.
All right. I'll cast it afterwards unless.
Yeah, you guys can sit around and wait another. I don't know. You want to wait another
All right,
hour
let's
when
go.
you get 6
Fine, I throw the
castings in?
thing, whatever. I don't know what you guys want to do because nobody's talking.
Or just keep
All
saying
right.
we should not linger here.
Get yourself in a. Let's get going.
All right, let's go.
Let's see where you appear. Also, keeping in mind, cracking the doll will curse all you guys on top of all of this.
Wait, curse all of us, not just me.
It curses, yeah, it will curse all of you.
Well, what if I stand away from them when I do it?
Sure. But
Can I shoot it with an
here's the
arrow?
thing. Here's the thing. You know that it's going to make a rift, and you know that rift is very temporary. So if you would like to risk moving away from the party, cracking it, and hoping it stays open for everybody to then rush over and get in, we can do some rolls. But anyone who fails will be stuck in the Shadowfell.
May's like, guys, I'll come back when I learn plane shift. It's like,
See ya.
wait, what?
Definitely send May. I think of everybody to send alone through the portal, it should just be May.
A year later, you guys are all like battle hardened in the Shadowfell and stuff, and make them.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
You all can just you all get the Shadowfell feat for free.
We do.
Not right now. Maybe if you're stuck in the Shadowfell for like a year.
Okay, May does that. Let's skip a year.
You can always choose to just stop adventuring if you don't like the
Alright,
party. If
May's
you don't like
going
the
to-
adventure, but then you have to re-roll a different character because your character.
She's gonna stand in the middle of the group, and you guys. She tells everyone to hold hands. I don't know if they do it.
Yeah.
All right,
I
And
did.
then
I'm gonna crack this doll's head off.
you make a Super Saiyan God. It's awesome.
She takes the head of it and just like twists it really hard. I don't know how to activate
Yeah.
it. She like pops it off, like a really mean kid that destroys dolls.
Yeah, as soon as the doll is destroyed, right in the middle, you guys immediately it like shoots, evil energy out, and they all wash over you for a second. You're not entirely sure what it's done, and then in the middle of the circle of hands that you've made, a rift starts opening up, the familiar rift from one plane to another, floating in the center. And luckily, I will DM wave that it's large enough that you could fit owlbears through it.
Thank you. That was expensive.
I'll also say that you guys are officially finished taming the owlbears if you would like to give them names.
I forgot, so I'm just gonna say it's in Celestial, and she's working on translating it.
That's fine. Okay.
Because that's what I have to talk to it in.
Teach everyone how to tie a tie.
What?
Sure. Let's stop in the middle while you
As
guys
we
are
go.
deciding what you want to do. So
Actually, I gotta
there's
go
a
to the
rift
bathroom.
opening up. What's the plan?
Okay. I go through on the owlbear.
On the
Yeah,
owlbear. All right.
Actually, I'll
There's
just
no
let me go.
We're just gonna go through. We're just gonna do it. So you go over first, then you go around the way, and then you come back under again. And that's, I don't know, half Windsor or something? Beats me. I actually fricked it up. You made me screw up my tie. How dare you?
So this is what people do in your world when they're trying to look good, because we don't have ties here.
This is how Canadians dress up.
Such strange human antics.
This is
So
this
we,
and then jean coat with jean pants, jean everything.
So we make all those motions while we do all those circumlocutions with the rift.
What?
Go up, over, around,
No.
through, down.
Yeah. As soon as you're in the rift, like you go through, you're used to the rift, you go through, you're right in the other plane, but this time you get trapped in some like halfway plane where a man teaches you how to tie a tie, and you're like, what the heck is this craziness? And
Some strange window.
that's part of the curse of the doll, actually, is that it teaches you how to tie a tie, and then it curses you.
What's the curse? Do I get another level of exhaustion?
You get 3 more levels of It's not exhaustion this time. So as you come through on your owlbear, you immediately, like, the owlbear comes into the material plane and there's not enough room for this thing to stand, and it immediately smashes into a wall, and you realize very quickly that the portal was created inside someone's home. And
Yes.
the owlbear's just too big, so it like smashes through the like a living room wall, and just like now there's like as you come through the like there was like a kitchen, a living room, and like another room, and just all the walls are down, and you're starting to worry a little bit on the like if any of those walls were load bearing, and the house may potentially come down.
Well, I'm gonna move pretty quick out of the way because
you like pick out the front door, and it smashes through the front door out of the building. Lucky for you, there's no tenants here right now, so no one's like freaking out that you destroyed their house.
But it's clearly lived in, or
yeah. So you can exit, and then everybody else, if they want to pile in as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm going. I don't have any fires. I don't have a create bonfire to make it look like it was an accident. Okay.
okay. So is everybody?
We're all in the house.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything that could just set that place on fire to make it look like it was?
Oh, we're not setting on fire.
What? Okay.
Maybe go through the portal and then decide
outside. That. Is there a siege going on? Because that's a little bit more important.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I feel like you guys need more information. I'm just trying to get you through this dang rift.
Yeah, Oris walks through it, and then I guess he looks around. What does he see? What do I roll? Perception?
Well, in the building, or do you go out the building as well?
Outside the rift, outside the hole of the building.
I'm just going to make everybody go out the building, and as soon as the second owl bear also comes out of this house, the building loses its... and it loses its load bearing, and then you just leave like a rubbled mess. There's like a house on either side. It's clearly a residential area, and just like, you see like a mailbox, and it says like the like Fink family, and you're like, sorry Finks, we fricked your house. It's totally fricked.
Do we have the Clementine whistle?
As you come out onto the street,
Is Clementine's last name Fink?
Sorry?
No.
Is Clementine's last name Fink? Did we?
Clementine's last name Fink? You're not sure, actually. You don't know what her last name is.
You're finking real hard, but you just
you are.
can't
You're
remember.
really finking. You're finking
Okay,
too
we
hard
look
about
around.
the Finks.
I look up. I look around. Mr. Trebuchet is throwing.
Yeah, sure. You guys can throw me a I'll say Oris because he did mention it first. Throw me a perception, and he'll get the biggest scope of what's going on. So you come out onto the road, and you've been to Elwayne a few times now, and you're used to the main streets being busy with people on them, but there is nobody here. Having seen that the building that you just came through was empty, and no one seems to come out and be like, where are all the people? Why is this house being destroyed? Why are there owlbears on the street? You notice that there's almost like a level of desertion on the road. You kind of suspect that maybe they evacuated, that's why there aren't civilians. That's just a quick scope with your eyes. With your ears, you're listening, and you do hear the sounds of battle, the sounds of fighting. You hear sword on sword. You hear fire burning. You look around. You don't see an immediate like affects where you're standing, but it doesn't take you much time for you to notice out in the distance some soldiers running by. You're not used to seeing them in larger numbers. You were used to there being a couple of elven soldiers, like as guards roaming around, but this was like a group of like 5 or 6, maybe even 10, moving like few hundred feet at least down the road, down a different way. You suspect that there is a siege going on right now, but you also suspect that they're somehow defending themselves, so it's possible that some military force has shown up.
May has barely noticed any of this, so she just like looks over at Oris, who's like all perked up and looking around. She's like, "Okay, so what's going on? Is there a siege? Is there people? I think there's people running by."
Go sleep at the inn, he says.
I'm not gonna sleep if there's a siege coming.
You won't be of any help to us right now. You look like you're dying.
I will. No, I can take 2 more levels before I'm dead.
Also, as you guys are slowly kind of getting over the grogginess of moving through plains, you all feel and notice that you have this headache building in the back of your mind. You feel it. You all like stop for a second. You feel a twinge, a shot of pain in your mind, and you all take a single point of psychic damage.
What if I'm immune to it though?
If you're immune to psychic damage, then you will take no damage.
I'm just kidding.
So just to quickly get this over with, that curse from the doll is going to do a point of psychic damage to you every hour for the next 6 hours.
Fantastic. I thought you were gonna say until we got it cured, and I was like, well, I can't survive.
It's a pretty... I went to look through it, and I remember when I originally made this, I made it complicated because nothing else would have been going on at the time. And it was like, every hour you roll, and there's a chance you take a little damage, or you can't walk, or you can, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. There's too much going on right now. You guys, it's simple. You're going to take 6 points of damage over the course of the next 6 hours. We'll worry about it. It probably won't factor into anything, but it might.
Well, it's not great for me. It's a higher percentage of my health than anybody else's.
Yeah. And I'm going to say it comes out of your hit points and not your arcane ward, just because that's...
I don't have an arcane ward, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well then it just came out of your hit points. Easy enough.
Or
does that include my zombie?
Jesus. Yeah, I guess technically he does. The zombie is now at 21 hit points, and will continue to take a point of psychic damage every turn, or every hour.
What about the owlbears?
The owlbears, yeah, technically are taking the effects as well, but they have a ton of hit points, and we're just gonna not bother keeping track of that at the moment. Luckily, they are bound to you guys now, so the damage to them won't freak them out. They now see you guys as like basically another owlbear or a person of respect in their chain of hierarchy command, and they will basically take your orders at this point.
Basically.
Yeah, if you tell them to like start flying, they probably won't do it.
They better.
They better. You're part owl. Listen to my words.
You jump.
I guess Oris looks at Blandford and says, anyone who wants to rest, go to the inn and rest. The rest of us, we should go to the
Rim is
battlefield.
trying to May too, but she's not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to go to... Oh, okay, question. How long will... Is the siege going to be... This
I'm going to stop right there. How would they possibly know?
That was what I was going to say, yeah. You can find out. You can't just know by, like, thinking about it.
The siege is going to take another 5 minutes. I'm sure she rolls her eyes.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking how... Like, I'm at...
Do I have enough time for a long rest, is what you're asking, right?
No, I'm asking... Is the siege... Is there evidence? Is it obvious from like the energy of the area that the siege is that the morale in the people in the area are holding, or is the siege going badly, or whatever?
What people? What are we talking about?
We're
We would-
inside
we would-
the city.
Are-
You saw some soldiers run by. Otherwise, there's no one around. I don't know where you're gauging. You can
Yeah,
roll insight if you want, but I mean, I guess you're just inciting the rest
Okay.
of your party.
All right, I click at my owlbear and I tell him in Celestial, I guess.
So there's absolutely no way for me to guess.
We can go and
Yeah.
look.
Not if you're just gonna keep your feet.
Not from
standing.
where you're standing. No, you guys have to come up with a
Let's go to the
Okay.
front of the
plan of
city, guys.
action, and things will probably happen to you.
Front gate, front gate, front gate.
You could
Okay.
you could maybe, like, I don't know, DM giving you help. Maybe you use Squire and he goes and surveys the scenario. Like, I don't know. You have to do a little more than just
Him
like.
too, but we need to start moving. I'm gonna send.
Okay, let's
Squire ahead. Let's go to
let's
the.
go. All right. Oris needs to go to the guy who we told everything to, and say, "Hey, we tried to find out more, but they got ahead of us. We need to take a nap. We need to go take a long rest so that we're fully charged and help after we're ready, and yeah, we'll see how this goes."
Okay.
What? No. What? Horus is doing what?
Someone needs to tell them that someone needs to let them know that we killed a major spellcaster underneath in the Shadowfell who seems to be connected. We don't know if that's the spellcaster that they
There's no reason to believe
Set.
that they were connected. We just ran into them in the Shadowfell, or there's.
It's Glue Milk, yeah, versus
he was Glue Milk.
the Ironfell army, whatever coalition thing.
I think you're the only person that like thinks they're like directly correlated.
Right.
I think we
He was
know
a
that.
Glue Milk spellcaster who might be connected. Right? Are they connected or
I don't
not?
think
Is this
anyone
the
needs to know that.
right?
I'm going to go to the front.
this the-
because
is
this
this-
is totally pointless. I want to see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Send
first
Squire
order.
ahead, sure.
First order of business is to go check and see if they need our help immediately,
Yeah.
or if we can rest.
That's why we came through this. So, okay, I'm gonna send Squire ahead. So.
Sure, yeah. That's not a bad idea. You have a magical bird's eye view creature. It's not a bad idea to send it up to see and scout the area. So once it's up in the sky, you can kind of guess more where you are. Luckily for you guys, you have arrived somewhat on the northern half of Eloane City. You can tell that the arriving military force arrived from the south and are probably camped outside that gate. And the assisting forces, you're not sure. You're seeing way more military from Eloane than was originally positioned here. So they must have had some kind of reinforcements show up. And you see battles around the city happening. You see that there are buildings on fire. You see that basically the southern, I would say 1/3 is like just devastated. There's damage. There's Squire even like gets a arrow or two shot at him that don't make it as high as he is, but there's people like trying to take it down, not knowing what it is. As you fly around, you notice some other things that are kind of odd. Not only are there soldier on soldier fights, he notices that there are actually elven soldiers fighting trolls. And you're not sure what's going on, but there appears to be like at least a dozen different trolls that it can pick out along different city routes that are just like fighting people or like smashing cities or smashing buildings and just making a mess. Squire's also like giving you like a beeline route. He's like, okay, I see the greasy goblin. It's still functioning. It looks like you might be able to make it there if you take a couple of routes and you show up. You could possibly make that your home base of operations. So you know that there's soldier on soldier fighting. You know that there's for some reason trolls. You don't know much about what's going on there. You notice there's also large buildings have been hit with like large boulders, and you're not entirely sure. And then while Squire's like looking around, Squire sees another one of these like large boulders get hurled kind of from the south. It doesn't look like from some kind of siege engine or anything. Maybe I may have hinted to you guys in the Discord possibly how this is formulating. But it smashes into some buildings and whatnot, and the south of the city is definitely under attack. You suspect probably the gate, since there's soldiers running rampant, that the gate has already fell, and that's why they're fighting from house to house at this point, guerrilla style. You're not really entirely sure what the military strategy of either side is, what they're trying to defend, what they're trying to attack. All you know is that there's a lot of attacking going on, occasional siege weapons. For some reason, large trolls running around, causing a muck. And you actually even see like a troll like meet up with like some soldiers that are fighting, and it just indiscriminately attacking both sides. And you're not like really sure what's going on with that. And then Squire comes back to you guys, and you have a route now if you want that will keep you out of combat, and you can travel in about 10 to 20 minutes. You can make your way to the Greasy Goblin.
So, did you not say there was any mages?
Not, you didn't. I mean, it's possible some of the fighting had some spellcasting going on. Like, you also suspect that some of the soldiers would probably be there would be diviners commanding troops in some of the fights, but as far as like, I'm not quite sure. He didn't make it outside the city. He didn't make it into the camps of like, the city's relatively large, so he just went up, and you basically, I'm giving you a look of within the city walls. You suspect the entire south side of this city is probably war camp now, but other than that, you don't even know. You didn't scout that camp. I guess you could send Squire out that way, but since he was being shot at, you know it would be kind of risky for him to go into enemy territory like that.
Okay. So, what do you guys think?
Guess we'll make our way to the Greasy Goblin. Is that what the plan is?
Why are we going to the Greasy Goblin? Isn't that the...
I think Blandford wants to try and rest.
I only looked it up for you because you guys sounded like that's where you wanted to go. If you want to go somewhere else, let me know and I can pick another path out for you.
Boris is ready to go fight.
Guys. I don't know. I don't have a very good strategy set. I wanted to get more view because I wanted to be able to craft a strategy. I wanted to see. I want to make sure that well, I know that we aren't necessarily going to be able to go like assassinate the main bad people. Like, I want to help clear out the city, I guess. What do you guys think?
I think that was our whole plan, was to get the city evacuated. I mean,
well, we can't. I mean, we could try now. I'm sure they're already doing that.
Right. I'm gonna see now that we don't see anybody around. Maybe they're already all evacuated.
So we could just leave. I was thinking we could help fight, but
Move to the next town, next city, and warn them of what's coming.
I can really not hear you. I'll have to turn you up, Falstar. I'm sorry.
Move to the next city and warn them that these guys are coming, is what he said.
yeah, I mean, I still want to do something. I feel like we're kind of useless.
Yeah, we should try and see if we can help.
Okay, I want to just run to the nearest combat and start fighting the people or something. I don't know. I mean, unless there's clear like, oh, these guys are making the push into the city right now. We should stop them. Yeah.
Of course, Fjorn's always ready for battle, so.
Yeah, do you want to scout out like a skirmish that you could intercept and help defend?
We need to get info on where the like battle commanders are for the town and find out where they need help. So I guess we need to find some soldiers. So I guess if we save some first.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
We just need to be a part of it. And I mean, I like being with May, but she is tired as hell right now, so she can't really be. I can't let her be too strategic.
Yeah, Ors wants to help, and he's... Yeah. I guess he's looking at Fjorn, because at this point, he's not in a mood for... he's still grumpy or whatever. He's still kind of, upset from killing the archer in Shadowfell, so... and May is clearly too tired to make decisions. So I guess he's looking for... Blanford is tired too, so he's kind of just watching Fjorn, letting Fjorn take lead.
I guess we'll look for commanding officer.
Is that Falsar making all that noise?
Nearest
Back.
combat that Squire saw.
Sure. What are you guys looking for? I can help you out. Squire can probably give you directions to anywhere you want to go. I'm just wondering
Just
what
the
you
nearest
want.
combat.
I was going to
Unless
look for
there's
commanding
something else.
officer.
Let's find nearest combat sounds reasonable. Commander sounds reasonable. Track down someone who's in charge here sounds reasonable. Anything sounds reasonable. Being useless is not.
Go.
Mine needs a nap.
So what the strategy? Sorry, what are you guys looking for again?
Nearest
combat.
Nearest combat.
With
Just-
soldiers.
Yeah, with
Just
soldiers.
looking for a big old fight to get into it. Are
Yes.
we looking to avoid the trolls?
I don't care. The
As long
trolls-
as there's elven soldiers. we
Okay,
can
so you're just
find out
looking to
information.
like join in with some elves and be helpful. Okay.
And then clear up the battle and then ask them if they know where the commanders are.
Nice. All right. Immediately be heroes. I like it. Sure. So you send Squire up into the air again to find like the. It doesn't take him very long because there's fighting going on. Basically, if you go down a road and you turn, it's not in the direction of the Greasy Goblin this time. It's a little bit away from where you are. Luckily, the whole city isn't overwhelmed at this point. You're not even really sure what the key points. Maybe that. Like, what are they trying to do? Are they just trying to wipe out the city? Are they trying to... You're not really sure what their military strategy is. You're just trying to... you're just watching, and it's just like, all right, there's a lot of fighting and skirmishes going on, but I don't know why. But yeah, you look through and you find... let me just do a roll here. Let's see what you find exactly. Okay, so... Squire gives you directions. You're like, okay, if I go down this road, turn down this little alleyway, and keep going for a little bit, there are some elven soldiers and some Goldmane soldiers, and they're fighting. And it looks like they're outnumbered, and you might be able to get in there and help. Key points. Yeah, those key points.
I'm going to begin. How many human soldiers are there?
So there's... I mean, you can't guarantee that these numbers will be when you get there. But there's like a group of 5 elven soldiers, and they're being... there's like probably like a dozen Goldmane soldiers putting pressure on them. They're like hunkered down, and there's arrows being fired at them, and they're like panicking a bit, and they're trying to hold their ground. But you suspect they're going to be overwhelmed within the next like 10 minutes or so.
Okay, let's do this. Let's head in.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head down you're on the main strip right now that seems pretty bare, nothing really going on, and you take this turn down this like little alleyway. You know, the owlbears are kind of shoulder to shoulder at this point because it's a tighter space. And you know that you just got to like go down this bit, turn, and then you'll be where you need to go. And just give me 1 second to just do couple more rolls as to what might happen here. Can someone give me perception? As you guys are taking this
Fjorn's, I think,
sprint
taking
down the
lead at this
road.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Fjorn's paying attention to what's going on. So as you guys break into the battlefield, you see that there's a couple of elven soldiers hunkered down. You see that there's like some injured, and they're like trying to like help them as well. It's so, if you can kind of picture it, there's like crates or like assorted debris that they're like hunkered behind, and then maybe like 60 feet beyond that, there's some soldiers with like sword and shield out, and then behind them are like a bunch of arrows. They're like kind of up too, like you can almost think that there's like some steps, if you will, so they have a bit of an elevation advantage too, and they're firing down, trying to like have the arrows, you know, when they shoot at the debris, occasionally they weave through the debris and like hit the ground beside the soldiers, and they're like trying to not get hit, but you figure they might be eventually at some point. So yeah, as you break into this and you kind of, you guys, I don't think the owlbears can get behind the debris, but the rest of you can kind of get behind the debris as well and see these elven soldiers that are like surprised to see you, and they're like, oh, I don't know who are you or whatever.
But, all right, question: are we within 30 feet or 60 feet?
Of what?
The human soldiers.
So it's from the debris, it's another 60 feet out is like a row of, we'll say 6 sword and boards. And then behind that, you've got maybe like 30 feet behind them, up on a bit of an elevation, firing another half dozen archers, if you will, firing down at the elven soldiers, and you can see that they're ill-equipped for like a ranged fight. Some of them are. There's like one guy got a sword and shield, another like 2 more glaive wielders, and then like there's like a guy like injured, like he's like bleeding a bit, and another person's like trying to help them. And you suspect they have weapons too, but they're just not holding them right at the moment, as they're hunkered down, trying to not get killed. I'm gonna say the 2 on owlbears kind of can't make it there, so you kind of stay in the alleyway a bit, just so that you're like not in immediate arrow shot. As Oris and Fjorn, and if you want Rim, can like get in there and like be like, hey, what's up? What's going on, elves?
So the owlbears can't go forward?
They can, but they can't. The debris is not high enough that it would shield the owlbears. They'll get shot immediately. You'll be in combat the second you come out.
Okay. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself.
On you or on the owlbear? On the celestial named owlbear?
Cast it on me.
Actually, can you even cast it on other things?
No, it's just me.
It's just you. Okay. So I don't exactly know how that works with you riding an owlbear, because like clearly the mirror, like they're gonna fire on the one riding the bear.
Still in my space. I mean, they can just shoot at the owlbear, I guess. But
I guess there's 4 of you riding this owlbear now.
And the zombie.
Yeah.
And a zombie. That's true. There's a zombie.
I'm gonna throw the zombie up as soon as we get.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
It's an owlbear bus.
I just assumed that you wanted to like talk to the soldiers a little before you jumped right into combat.
I am not going to.
Save them first, and then talk.
Yeah, I want to just kind of go out roaring, and then I'm going to start blasting, and I hope that other people keep me from dying, because I'm probably... May is just a little bit like...
So we're not discussing, we're going right into fighting?
Glass cannon right now.
Yep, I'm going to move forward. I'm not even really... I am a glass cannon, but I don't know. Hopefully this keeps me safe.
Yeah, Fjorn's leading. And May wants to go ham right now too, so that's kind of probably the way it's going to go.
I'm going to begin by... Right, let's roll initiative. Like, I'm ready to...
Sure, we can do that.
Or do we want to see if we can get a surprise off?
I doubt it.
I mean,
in the middle
like in my mind, a surprise round is like they don't have their weapons drawn. Like they're not prepared for fighting. If they're in the middle of a fight...
What if we're not flanking them though? Like...
No, you're arriving... where it's like alleyway, and then like a couple of feet out is like that debris, and then another 60 feet further is you're showing up on the side of the elven side. You're not like behind them or whatever. If you want to, you could probably try to do something like that, but it's going to take some time for you to maneuver around, and you don't know what will happen to the soldiers. Initiative with disadvantage. That's right. Okay.
Man, I would have gotten a 21 without that.
Sorry, I was just confused because I remember you guys saying, "Oh, we want to know who's fighting or why." I thought you guys wanted to talk to somebody, and I was going to give you a second to do it, but we can just do the fighting. We can just go right to killing people. Why not?
I would have been totally on board with talking to them, but would have involved was getting here a little bit earlier and not getting caught up.
Right. I'm
And-
gonna Fjorn goes first.
Also, I'm going to. That would have involved, and I don't think that these are the people who we talk to find that out. These are mooks. We don't.
Okay, I also need
Or
the
no.
Elven,
They
the
should
Elven
know where the
soldiers are
command
pinned down.
is.
I don't know. Maybe if you like, I'm not gonna roll their initiative just yet. But if you guys try, maybe you can get them to rally and help fight with you guys.
I think so. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I mean, you'll find out when May goes, I guess. But I mean, I feel like I'm going for, or May is going for. Let's scare these guys, kind of. Like she's gonna be coming in on like an hour. She's having mirror image cast. She's gonna start flinging. She doesn't know if she's gonna be able to hit very well. Because she has a lot of attack rolls and stuff for a cantrip. So it's going to be a lot of, like, just blasts of fire shooting out. And she's hoping that they'll be like, oh my god, we're outnumbered now, so let's get out of here.
They're not outnumbered, though.
Well, there's 4 maze and a zombie. And
We're talking about
Fjorn.
4 maze. I guess, yeah, 4 maze on an owlbear. Yeah.
4 maze, there's a zombie, there's an owlbear, there's another owlbear.
Do you want to roll for Rim's initiative and the zombies initiative?
I guess I'm going to do it. I think the zombie just do it.
I forget how the zombies work. I can just say that they go on maze. It's fine.
I'm going to do that because that's going to be easier, probably. I already have too much to pay attention
Exactly.
Oh.
Rim with an 11.
That was also Rim, so he'll just go right before or after May.
Yeah, that's easy. Everybody, you guys are all at the same
Cool,
time.
I can just do all my stuff at the same time.
Yeah, just all that stuff happens at once. And I'm going to obviously keep the owlbears at the same time as you guys too. But I've got royalty-free music that I can play. Give me 1 second to just quickly plug the website that I'm using. They say I don't have to, but I always feel nice doing it. It's freepd.com. You can just grab music there and play it with no rights whatsoever. So now there can be epic battle music, undertoning. Let me just make sure that that's not too loud.
I can't hear it.
Is it good enough for
it's-
you guys?
It's probably only on stream, which we have muted for Discord, so there's no echo.
Yeah, it won't go through Discord. It'll only be on the stream.
Yeah, which I can't really have this.
Free PD, yeah, it's spelled like that. It's free P, so you can have P all over your free Ps. Okay, I'm
It's
ready.
a little bit quiet on the stream, but just a tiny bit quiet, but it's still there. It's just hard to hear because then you guys like are both talking. Like the conversations are super confusing to listen with the echo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. If it was same time, it'd be fine. But...
All right, I'm ready to go. As soon as this gets going.
You know what? I can't. It's really difficult for me to hear over this music. I wish I could mute it for just myself, but still run it through the.
You just turn it down, right?
But if I turn it down, it turns it down on the stream as well.
Gotcha.
Whatever. I'll just maybe ask you guys to repeat yourself more than once.
What?
I'm gonna just do the hit points here real quick.
Who's talking?
Okay. I just wanted to get some stuff written on my thing. All right. We're starting with Fjorn. Fjorn number 1. It is your turn, my friend.
All right, well, I'm going to look at the elven soldiers that were by. I'm going to tell them to follow us.
You're gonna be like, to battle!
I'm going to tell them not to be. I'm like, tell them that they're fighting for their city here, not to be.
Not to be pussies about it.
Don't
Yeah.
be cowards.
So I can only go. The nearest soldiers are what, 60 feet?
Sure. I mean, yeah. I'll say you guys are still somehow coming from the debris. Yeah, whatever. 60 feet ahead is the wall of the rank of melee soldiers.
Go get him.
I can go 40.
I mean, you can throw something, or you can just sit there and be like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting
You are
for
putting
it.
yourself. You don't. You are going to be the target.
I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm going to step out and throw a javelin at one of the soldiers.
I think that's a disadvantage, right? From 60 feet.
No,
That'll only be like 40 or 20 feet or whatever.
30.
you're just gonna shoot
30
from
feet's
the-
disadvantage.
From the debris. Yeah, sure, you can do that.
It's up to 30 feet without disadvantage. I think it's up to 20 feet, actually.
20 to
It's
60.
30 and 120.
Oh,
For a
okay.
javelin?
Yeah, it says 30, then it has 120 for the max.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can go up to
anything
130
in
with
between that'll be
disadvantage.
normal.
120 or whatever you said.
Yeah, I didn't realize that a javelin could go that far as well.
Yeah, I know. I thought thrown weapons were 20-60, but
Well, not all thrown are the same exact, I don't think, but I thought that javelin.
sure.
The darts are
Javelin.
2060, but yeah.
A 17
That's-
is not going to hit these heavily armored soldier-wielding soldiers. As they kind of in formation take the javelin, it bounces off their shields. A second one?
I'll throw another one.
Sounds good. Yeah, 24
Nice.
is going to work. You can go and roll some damage. 4 points of piercing. Did you rage? Oh, it doesn't matter for a javelin. 4 points of piercing damage.
So is this being treated
Yes.
as like a swarm?
Kinda. It's gonna be tough for me to manage 12 enemies, but
They're all the same, right?
I'm not gonna treat it as a swarm. They're gonna have individual attacks and whatnot. So I guess I could like put them together and be like, they have 6 attacks as long as they're together, and then they have 5 attack, 4 attack.
So does 4 kill him? 4 kills him, right?
No. it doesn't.
Dang it.
One of them takes a spear and it shears off some armor, and you can tell that he's like hurt. He took a little bit of damage from it, but they haven't. It hasn't broken the line. If that was,
Does anyone
they
drink the
immediately
blood?
run. They're afraid.
Does anybody drink the blood? Are there like vampires over there?
They are legitimate Goldmane soldiers. Which, as
So
far as in all fairness, I mean, you guys can your characters can have different feelings on the war, but morally, they think that the elves are like evil and like they've been tricked into this fight, right? The true enemies are the Goldmane, or not the Goldmane Empire. The true enemies are the Gloomilk, who've manipulated and pulled the strings behind the scenes. That's up to you guys how you
Sure.
want to justify killing your
Who's that?
previous allies.
Do they go next?
Next up is the archers in the back row. So they're gonna fire a volley down on you guys. I'm gonna say a couple of them decide to change their shots onto Fjorn. Did you rage?
No, I didn't.
I mean, you could rage now because you'll. Oh, and no, I guess you can't. You still can get up there because you forward.
I just kind of stood up and threw the javelin.
Oh yeah, you're
so-
throwing them from behind the debris. Sorry, you're right. You didn't run up and become. I was confusing myself. You guys are all still using the debris as cover, so you guys can all have +4 to your ACs at the moment.
Cool.
Because you guys have like 3/4 cover or whatever it is. I think it might be more than that. I'm ruling it as +4. Okay, you guys have +4 AC at the moment. As a
Sweet,
bunch
I
of
should just-
arrows get shot down on you guys.
I should just carry boxes around all the time.
What's that?
I should just carry boxes around all the time and have that +4.
You should put your barrier down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd carry a box, but yeah.
Yeah, if you
there.
put your waist high thing down and huddle, like go down and then come out and
Oh.
shoot, you get cover, and it's plus to your AC. So, yeah, definitely
Well,
should be
depends on if they're on the
considering
other
it.
side of the.
It makes you less mobile because you have to spend time putting it up and putting it down. I believe it's your bonus action to activate or tear it down.
Damn, that's so good. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
an option. So I'm going to fire a whole bunch of arrows and we'll worry about who gets hit or what gets hit. I'm actually going to just kind of group it together to make my life easier. And so probably out of everyone, in that huddled debris shot, I'm gonna say it's probably Oris with his 6. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go with the elves like 17 AC. I'll say they have 17, and then I'll give them the 4. So I'm just gonna say everything over a 21 that I roll is gonna be a hit on someone, and then we'll figure out who gets hit. And May and Fjorn on their owlbears aren't involved in this volley because they're in the alleyway still. They're not.
I'm on the owlbear.
Yeah, the owlbears are in the alleyway. I put everyone else in the debris with in the cover with the elves. So I'm just gonna fire a bunch of shots, and we'll see how many are more than a 21. One of them so far hits. None of those hit. Nope. You guys are good. Just wait. 2. So there's 2 of them that are going to get through the debris field and hit someone as this volley of arrows comes down on you guys. There's a bunch of elves, and I'm going to 50-50 if it's one of you guys or an elf. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Can Oris use his reaction to just run in the way and use deflect missiles?
To like purposefully get shot at?
Yeah, just step in front or run in front.
Yeah, there's no movement in your reaction, but you can do it on your turn maybe. It's going to be you guys. It's not going to be the elves. So there's 3 of you, right? Rim, Oris, Fjorn. So Rim, Oris, Fjorn. It's going to be 1 on Oris and 1 on Fjorn. So Oris, you can do your thing now if you want. Yeah, 100%. So the arrows come down, and Fjorn's going to take a little bit of damage as it gets through the... he's going to take 5 points of piercing damage as it gets through the debris. Like, you see these arrows come down, and it's just, like, blots out the sun almost. Not really, because it's only, whatever, 6 guys shooting, but the arrows come down, and you can hear them hitting the debris beside you, and Fjorn notices that one of them gets through and, like, nicks him in the side, and one of them comes... It's, like, coming at Oris's face. It goes, like, through a slot, and you just catch it. And the arrow's like arrow tips at your eyes, and you just have the arrow now. It was like gonna get you like right between the eyes, and you just I don't think so. That's it for the archers. They're gonna stay where they are because they have a good position. Oris, it's your turn.
Oris is gonna take the arrow he just caught and aim it at the group, and then he's gonna hesitate, and his turn is he's gonna do nothing.
Okay, I like it. He's overwhelmed with. He's like, killing people. I don't know if I can do that. So you prep your shot, and then you're like,
Yeah, he doesn't want to risk killing someone again.
Okay, yeah, because you have to lethal at this range. You have to get him close if you want to try to.
I'm too powerful.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm gonna offer you up a point of inspiration in lieu of your turn then, and you can use that whenever you want. Cool. You just apply that, and it gives you advantage at 1. You get 1 d20 can be an advantage, any d20.
Nice.
But yeah, in lieu of your whole turn, so it's like it's a silver lining. As Oris is just not willing to kill at this moment. May, on her owlbear, what would you like to do?
May is going to...
And a zombie, and a Rim.
May is going to go first, because I think that both Rim and Bee are waiting for her to do something. She's going to come out. Yeah, she's going to smash out wherever. I don't know if I'm picturing this properly, but she's just basically going to smash over the debris and stuff on the owlbear, and she's like roaring like this. Nice. Terrifying
roar. You can roll intimidation if you'd like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Or if it matters, you can have the owlbear's stats roll the intimidation.
Can I? Well, I don't know if its charisma is very good.
Yeah, I don't know if its charisma is very good.
Can I roll its like strength?
You can roll a +4 if that's better or worse than any of the normal rolls that we've talked about. The charisma.
Well, if it's getting to roll, then it's not going to have disadvantage, so anything's better. But
yeah, sure. I'm sure its charisma's poor, but you can have a +4. I don't know what its strength is. It's probably +4.
+5.
Well, I've decided only +4.
That's fine, Adam.
It's still way better. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating as this owlbear comes smashing over and screaming at them, and you can see the line kind of like they freak out for a second, and they're like, "What's going on?" You suspect that their formation is starting to break because of that. What else would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to. And you can tell me if I can do this because I do have disadvantage, but I don't actually want to hit anybody with Fireball. I just want to hit like whatever the defenses are. Kind of, they have a.
Sure, I understand what you're saying.
Your
plan is to like hit them
or over
by
their
the feet,
heads,
or like hit their shields or something.
Like over their heads. I do have disadvantage. I don't know if that means I have to, but
yeah. So just roll me like I don't know. What do you want to do? Sleight of hand? You want to just do an attack roll with disadvantage, and I'll just take it how it like. You're not trying to hit them; you're trying to do your thing instead.
Yeah, sure, I can. Yeah.
But if you roll a nat 1, it might accidentally strike a guy. Okay, so a 10. I think that's good enough that you can kind of pull off what you're trying to do.
That's it then. I guess I'll also, since like I guess something too as part of it. I'll just be like, this is a city of peaceful elves. Don't attack here. She's very tired.
Okay, you're trying. It's luckily the owlbear the one that's intimidating them, not you.
It's pretty scary.
The zombie?
No, I'm not gonna have zombie. I was thinking that might, like, oh, we're dark magic, so it's just like.
So the zombie's like chilling in the alleyway, cool.
And then gonna come out. And he was preparing to like snap somebody with his arrow and just be like, "Sweet, I'm killing people," but he's like, "Oh." So, can he?
Like ready in action?
That might be the best because. Yeah, he's gonna come out and he's gonna stand like kind of. So yeah, he's gonna be looking over, so he probably won't have the full cover, but he's gonna have an arrow, notched kind of, and basically if anybody tries to shoot at May or himself, I guess, then he's gonna shoot them.
That makes sense to me. Okay, so everyone's gone except for Fallstar and the soldiers, the front line. Yeah, you intimidated them. Let me just do some quick rolls here to see how intimidated these guys were. They're being very... those guys aren't, though. Woo. Some of the guys really stalwart today. Some of the guys not so much. Yeah, so the line starts breaking, and you see like two of them like even like turn tail and start like they like start backing away from the group and like prepare to like run, and the others are like, "What are you doing?" And then the remaining 4 advance on your owlbear, and I'll say one more of them is too afraid to. He maintains with the group, but doesn't swing out of fear of this creature. But 3 of them are going to take swings at your owlbear buddy.
Oh, they're moving in. Okay.
Yeah. So you came out, right? You like smashed over the debris. So I'm guessing you closed the gap, the 60 feet gap, to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get all the way over there. I kind of wanted to be like in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they have to move up their 30 feet.
Okay.
So and then they're going to be... So only 3... Now the line... Like, there's 4 of them there. One of them's refusing to fight. 2 of them have backed up and are like kind of scrambling. Even the archers are looking like, what are you doing? Like, as they try to like find cover behind the rest of the archers and stuff. They're like, what is this going on? But yeah, 3 of them are going to take their long swords and
Rim's
swing...
gonna hit somebody.
I'm sorry?
If somebody's gonna, if whoever breaks the line, Grim's gonna shoot them.
Oh yeah, sure. The 3 that are attacking you, you can shoot at them. Go ahead.
Sorry.
One of the guys that ran was one of the guys that got hit by a javelin too. He was like, "I've had enough of this." A 15. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
These guys are armored. They get in close and they do their swings on our owlbear here. Oh wow, that was some bad rolls. We do have a 20-something and a 19. I don't know what the owlbear... The rest of them were all like 10s.
Oh, the owlbear has a 13 AC.
Okay, so it's still, of all the attacks, it only took 2 of them. And that's going to be 2 hits for 6 damage apiece as they start getting their hits on this owlbear. I know he's got lots of hit points. I think like at least 50.
He's got 59.
So he's, whatever... I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure May's owlbear is male and Fallstar's... I think you guys have reverse gendered mounts. So he takes his 12 points and he just like screams back at them. Potentially fighting? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fallstar, your turn. Are you gonna double up on the owlbear fun?
How far are the archers?
90-ish feet from you, maybe
They're
100.
like 30 feet beyond the 60 that we.
Darn. Okay, I'm going to charge in and we're going to maul those swordsmen.
Okay, sounds good. You can definitely do that.
All right. Does my owlbear attack separately from my turn
Sounds
or
good.
on my turn?
Yeah, go for
or
it.
as my turn?
You can do both.
Okay. My turn. I'm going to move up to the spot where the I'm gonna move up to where May is, and I'm going to
Stab me.
well, that would be a choice. I'm going to use vicious mockery. I'm going to say you really would be a disappointment to your father if he'd stuck around.
You fool.
And vicious mockery.
Oh yeah, he has to defend, right? What is that? 14 or 15?
14 wisdom.
He's gonna fail. You can do your damage.
Nice.
I'm not going to roll for anything. I've got exhaustion.
What? No, roll damage.
I did.
For vicious
What?
mockery?
Yeah.
It's not in the thing, so I don't know.
Ow.
I can just do 3 points of damage. I mean, it rarely does very much, but
No, it's 2d4.
5.
all right.
There you go.
5 points. Not bad. Not bad. And he'll have disadvantage if he does
All right,
anything
and-
further.
Right. And for a bonus action, I'm trying to bonus action. I'm going to give I have half a mind to heal one of the people or the elves, but that's a spell slot I don't really want to do. I'm going to give May a bardic inspiration. I'm going to snap my fingers and start going, hey, the
May-
wizard.
A little bit more. May's eyes were drooping a little bit. She's
Cast
like,
spell.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
guys
strong.
on the
Dangerous.
owlbears don't look very intimidating, but the owlbears themselves, you can definitely get up there and start
I feel
swinging.
like there being 4 little kids that all look like they're shooting flames and stuff. Intimidating, maybe? I don't know.
I think it's cool. It's like there's like fireworks coming off the back of this owlbear, and it's screaming. Rah! It's making that cool noise that we know is the official noise of Meridian Fall.
Growl, hoot, growl. So now the owl bear is going to multi-attack.
Gets
a
2
different
claws,
guy.
right?
No, it's a claw and a beak.
Okay, sounds good.
A beak and a claw and a claw and a beak.
That's
Your average
fast.
horse don't get no attacks, or maybe he gets 1, like land
11.
attack. That's not gonna hit. I'm sorry.
And the other one,
Damn, that was a low roll.
that's better.
Yeah, that was a 4.
20.
A 20, yeah, 20's good. You can. Oh, and 15 points of slashing damage. Is that the same one you mockried?
Sure.
Okay. goes like you smash into him with that claw, and like he puts up his shield to block it, and it just smashes his arm off. You think maybe even potentially may have broken or torn some ligaments in his arm as he tries to hold his shield up and keep his line, but he has terror in his eyes as this creature has scared him.
Excellent.
That is the. Is that your turn?
That is.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, I guess the elven soldiers. Let me do some rolls here. They're gonna like ask you guys like, "Who are you? What do you?" Are these? And then they're like questioning it. And one of them's like one of the hurt guy. Like he's like bleeding there, and you can hear him say, you can just hear him go, "Honor bound."
Oh, you're hurt. Sorry, I didn't notice you.
And like yeah, because there was one of them that's like injured, and the other guy's like trying to help him, and then 3 of them were armed of the 5 by the time you got there. And the guy that's injured, like somehow recognizes you guys. Maybe he wasn't part of the recruits. Maybe he was like part of from the academy or a soldier. He recognizes you guys enough to say, honor clad. And then they're like, oh, you've come to save us. Welcome. Hey, thank you. And then the one remembers like Fjorn had said to get into the fight, and he's like, so this is like one of the guys with the glaive is like, I am with you. You know, he's not gonna jump out and get shot if you guys aren't either, but Fjorn and him have a secret handshake. Yeah, they did like a thing, and then all right, so we're back at the top of the order, but I'd like to take that 5-minute break.
Okay. Yeah,
because we're in the middle, so we can like do our quick bathroom break and whatnot. We'll come back, and it will be Fjorn up top. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. I hope you're enjoying the Battle of Halloween.
I was thinking about using a healing spell on one of the elves, but as a bonus action, I wasn't sure that all was in range or if it was worth the dash.
Dun, 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 dun. Back to the battle. Oh, I should have put the music on while I'd stepped away. Oh well. I am back in like 2 seconds. There we go. Welcome to the battle. The jungle. The tail of an animal makes excellent broth. Turned tail gives a nice yellow color that makes chicken soup iconic. I'm not sure what we're saying, but I'm definitely not gonna eat human tails. I will put the music on while we wait.
I'm back.
Question. What? which of the
What's up?
Hey,
which of the
yo.
I have a suspicion that not all of us are going to make it through this battle because sieges are dangerous.
I have a suspicion that we all are going to survive. But
Okay.
I'm always suspicious. Put the glasses on.
I
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
I'm worried that May is going to get poked a few too many times.
I'm
Well, I
worried
mean,
you guys
they
are going to lose
totally
an
go down,
owlbear.
yeah, but
You're
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
like,
I think
I spent 2 days on this garbage.
it depends on how long this goes. If we like go through this and then keep going, and there's like 16 different battles we have to go through, then yeah, I think more than one of us will die. But hopefully, the battle is actually the tide is turning. I mean, we might have to run away. If the battle is turning against our side, then we shouldn't continue going. We should be like everybody should retreat, and maybe we'll retreat with like a little battalion, hopefully, or something. But we just don't know what's going on. That's why we need to talk to some kind of commander to be like, hey, so are we winning right now, or should there be some sort of like last defense and everybody else escape and we can help make sure that happens?
Or do we just run to the next city and warn them?
Well, that's what I mean. But I mean, we should try to defend as many people as we can. I mean, that's what May is going to do.
Okay. Or do we just say, this is over, let's go to the next continent?
Let's just re-roll the continent. We don't want to.
Blanford can do that if he wants to, but you definitely can't think that May is going to do that.
I mean, that was your original plan for a little while. You guys were planning to flee the continent. Things
And I
to
still have
consider.
that in the back pocket.
You know that
Before they met a single elf, basically.
Hmm?
That was very early on. It feels like it was before you guys met elves or anything.
Yeah,
It's
it was
still a
basically
valid
before
option.
May.
I mean, until you guys met May and you got to the village, you met what's her name, but she was also like, let's get out of here, kind of. But then you guys met May, you started, and then we went up against Corbin right after that, and you guys were like, okay, well, there's something going on here, and it got actually worth staying to like stop what was going on. If
Yeah.
nothing happened, then we probably even May would have sure, I guess we'll leave. But Corbin definitely kept everybody staying.
Yeah. If it weren't for Corbin's choices, his plans would have gone forward without a hitch.
Man, I just really want to go up against a mage so they can cast some like haste or slow, and I'll be like, hey, bro, I can dispel magic. Boom. But I don't know if that's gonna happen.
This is what abjuration magic is all about. And
What's
then
the best? I think that
this
the most. I think that
What?
the best school of magic is necromancy, but I don't like people who play necromancy. I don't like the way necromancy is designed as a.
You mean the spells of necromancy, or you just mean the school, like the
The class I think is really good. I think that the
one? Actually, I think avocation or abjuration probably are the best.
I'm not talking like I think that the school is. I think it's the best school in terms of design, but I think that but it invites really bad roleplay.
No, I think it's just because people not the subclass. It's just people think of necromancers in a certain way, but it's not because of the subclass itself.
Maybe, I guess.
I mean, it's necromancy. It just does necromancy. But the problem is that people are like, oh no, evil and dark and disgusting. You know, I mean, they can be. They also can just have more of like that's why I like the war is the fun one because people will roleplay that differently a lot of times because it has more of like I believe, or like a cleric or something that's like the death cleric or the grave domain. They're like, I believe that death and life are two sides of the same coin. Necromancers are usually like, they're evil. Let's just be evil. Let's kill everybody.
I need more
I-
blood for my spells.
Although
Is everyone back?
I am.
I kind of want an all one class party. Just
It's
for
not
fun.
really that good, honestly. I mean, it's kind of can be like funnish, but it's not really that good. I mean, it really depends on the campaign. I'm sure I played one that was all and it was kind of fun, but it is like all the same thing. And it's the fun part, and the rogue one just wasn't very. I don't know. It was kind of random stuff anyway, so it didn't really matter, to be honest. I feel like, but
I think like all bard would be good. All barbarian could be good.
I mean, not that it would be good or bad. It's more just that it's not as fun because you, after a little bit, you're all okay. Same abilities, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's more fun. Like in this party, it's really cool that we all have different things we can do. Like I'm a wizard. It's not like you guys are stepping on my feet by doing other things. You know, it's not like I'm like, oh, okay, I wanted to dispel that magic, but somebody else did it before me. If we were all wizards, I mean, that would be fun, but even amount of variety that wizards can have, like we would go down super easily, we'd get killed all the time. Like having the one barbarian goes up in front, it's like boom, 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 and then we're like, I'm gonna cast a spell from back here. It's just it's fun having a little mix of different.
You're gonna have
things.
what, like one wizard be your like I'm gonna be your stealthy dexterous wizard, and I'm gonna be your wisdom
could.
perception wizard, and I'm gonna be your strength athletics wizard.
I mean, you could do that. You actually could do all wizards if you just were like, okay, we have different rules within the group.
Yeah.
You could do wizards with like, okay, well, I have high intelligence, but I also have high strength. I'm going to be an athletic.
Yeah. You could do that, but chances are that everyone's just gonna be the same class, the same
Cleric
wizard.
party is probably more plausible.
Because I'm sure with the all rogue one, everybody was.
All paladins.
Everyone's trying to just get sneak attack and like hide, and you're like, no, someone has to fight. We need someone in there.
With rogue, it was like, I mean, it wasn't the worst. It was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, if you have even a couple of, like, even an all paladin party would be fun. But imagine if you threw a barbarian in there, or threw a cleric in there, even like just throwing anything else in there. That mixes and spices it up. That gives them more stuff to do. When you have all the same person, I mean, subclasses can have a lot of variety, but they don't fully pretend to be other classes. You know?
Yeah, there's like, diminishing returns. So if you just keep stacking it, you're like, okay, well.
Exactly.
Are we all back? We all ready?
Maybe we're just waiting on Fjorn.
I see some mic activity.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here.
Nice. All right, we're going to jump right back into the battle. It's theater of the mind right now. You guys, we got two owlbears in the middle of this fight. There's some soldiers around. One of them's hurt. Yeah, he's bloodied after being mauled by that owlbear. You've got a row of archers behind that with some of the sword and board soldiers are kind of like behind them now instead of doing their job being that walled shield. And
How far are the archers now? They've
Sorry?
moved up a little. Are the archers? Oh, how we've moved up a little. How far are the archers?
Like 60 feet. We moved
Sure.
like 30.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Fjorn, it is your turn. What would you like to do, my
I'm
friend?
going to move up to the next to everybody else up there.
Okay.
In a rage, of course.
Mm.
And I'm going to ask one of the soldiers if he would mind being my puppet, and then I'm going to attack him.
All right, sounds good.
All politely, like.
Is this a healthy
Yep.
soldier or is this the hurt one?
Either one.
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's a fresh soldier then. One of them's being mauled by an owlbear, and you're like, I'm gonna find my own guy. 16 isn't gonna hit though.
No.
A 20 will.
Nice.
Nice. 13 points of slashing plus
Can't find it.
Divine Fury. So 13, 17 points as you cleave this guy. He's like owl. He's like got a barbarian on one side, owlbear on the other. He's like, what do I do?
Maybe you shouldn't have run into combat.
Behind Fjorn too, as Fjorn finishes up his turn, the elven, the one guy with the glaive like pokes his friend, and the two of them run out. The one guy that was like soaring and boarding it, he like stays back and is like trying to help the guy that's hurt and like get the three of them back up on their feet. But you got two other guys coming up behind Fjorn, ready to help, and they're gonna get their stabs in behind Fjorn, being their leader almost in a sense. They are very wary of the owlbear though. We got some big hits here. Let me just roll some damage on some of these. Yeah, as they start stabbing and slashing, I forget how it works for the Havengul. You have to lay the finishing blow, don't you?
For what?
Yeah, I think so.
To kill him?
Because I think they're gonna collectively down that guy that you just injured. Because one of they whipped out some like critical hits and stuff. So yeah, they get their slew of.
Fjorn takes the damage instead.
Well, since they have glaives, they can actually stand behind Fjorn and get that 10-foot reach, and kind of like do a formation with Fjorn. So like as he's doing like his sweet axe moves, these guys are also coming at the side and like doing some stuff too. And because of the owlbears having like kind of shattered the formation of these soldiers, you're able to kind of work around and get this guy and take him down. I'm not going to give you the Havengul because they took him down instead of you, but still, one human soldier is bleeding out on the ground, and the others are like freaking out a little bit. Archer's turns. This time there's not going to be cover. They're going to get to just fire some shots at you guys. I'm trying to decide who they're going to fire at. I kind of like just firing and then telling you who they laid their shots on. So who's got the biggest AC of the team? I guess if they fire at May, it gets weird. We'll worry about that if it happens. So Oris, you're still in cover though. They're gonna fire at the people who are in the open.
Oh, fair enough.
So we're talking Fjorn, May, Blanford. They're all gonna be low on the AC, right? I think the biggest one's probably gonna be Fjorn with his 16. Is that right?
I feel like the owlbears are the scariest, honestly. But
I could just shoot the owlbears, but do you really want that to happen?
Nope. I just think I'm just saying. I think that's the scariest thing. Right
Well,
now.
I was gonna rule it that they're just shooting into the crowd, and then I'll worry about I'll wait who gets hit afterwards, and I'm gonna offer kind of like it's a bit of an advantage, but I'm just gonna offer like a general AC of 15 when I roll these shots on the group. It's just for mass calculations. It's just way easier for me to do that. And obviously, if they hit May, you can potentially divert it to your clones, or even put up shield or something to stop taking the damage. But otherwise, I'm just gonna roll some shots here. One hit. So 6 hits plus a critical hit, and now I'll have to figure out who that lands on. So I'm gonna go. May. Sorry, let me just write this. I'm just gonna.
How many archers are there?
There's 6 archers, but they're firing more than one shot a turn. So 5 of them hit, a bunch missed, and 1 critical. Sorry, 1 sec. I'm gonna just do a weighted. I can't remember your names.
Breaking out the Excel sheet.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, a 1 and a 2 is so-and-so, and a 3 to 4 is so-and-so, and then, like, I'm going to give the owlbears more chances of getting hit. Then there's May on that, there's Blanford on this, Fjorn on that, and then Elf on... Okay, so we're going to roll d10s on this, then. So we're going to do 6 shots. I actually have 6 d10s. Just roll them all. Oh, no, there's 5. and then a critical. We'll do the 5 first. There's going to be a 1 on May's Owlbear. Sorry, 2 on May's Owlbear, 1 on Zazi's Owlbear, 1 on May herself, and 1 on one of the Elven soldiers. The Elven soldier's just going to take it as one of the glaive guys gets hit. So we've got the ones to deal with May, and let me just do the critical hit. Is also on an elf. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, he's looking real bad. It's both those. He gets. He's on the ground. And he's hurt. He's really badly hurt. He's not like down, but the other one is super concerned about him now, and he like is trying to help him. The 2 shots on May's Owlbear, I don't think you guys can do anything about, so I'm just gonna roll that, and then I guess I'll roll all 3 because one of them is on. All the bears getting shot because you guys just eat the damage. So there's gonna be 7 damage on Zazi's or Blanford's Owlbear, and then 16 total on May's Owlbear as it gets hit with 2 more shots. And lastly, there is 1 hit on you, May, and I'm gonna say it's within shield range if you want it, or you can use your mirror image.
The mirror image goes first, and
go for it.
I rolled a 9, so it hits one of the.
Did you roll for it already? The 9?
Yeah, that's the D20 I rolled, 9.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're good. So yeah, one of the fake Mays gets shot off the Owlbear and then just disappears into magical dust. As a bunch of arrows kind of volley down. They kind of like are freaking out a little bit and are potentially considering to run, but they're still ready to go. In fact, they start yelling, and the 2 soldiers that were running before are rallying now and are standing immediately in front of those archers. Next up is Oris. What would you like to do?
How far was I from the archers? It's like 90 feet or something?
90, yeah. Now that normally they would have had cover with the shielding soldiers in front, but because they broke line, you are free to shoot at them normally.
No, he's not gonna shoot. 90 feet's too far as well. So, who's in range if I just move normally?
There's still 3 soldiers on the like melee ball owlbear mess.
Okay, so yeah, Oris, he knows he's not gonna shoot his bow, at least for the next little bit. He's not willing to take any chance, but he needs to help his friends as they're getting arrows rained on them. So he runs out and he's gonna pick the one that looks the weakest, I guess. I don't know if you have one of those targets.
One of them's taken some damage from an owlbear mauling him.
Okay, so that one he's gonna quarterstaff.
Okay.
Twice.
Sounds good. Yeah, that hits.
It won't let me roll the. Hang on. It's a 1d8 plus 4.
The quarterest of staffs. If you attack with a quarterstaff twice, it is a half staff.
Half staff.
Good point.
7 points.
7 damage.
He looks bloody. 17 is not going to hit. These guys with their plate mail and shields.
I'll use focus aim. 1 key point.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It'll be a 19.
Yeah, the 19 will hit. I'm okay with that metaing because you've seen enough of these guys get hit. You definitely know what lands and what doesn't. So yeah, another hit connecting. 17. Yeah, he's down.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal as he gets. He's on the ground. Are you done, or is there more?
Yeah, those are just my regular actions. For I guess the next guy, the next closest, he'll move into range and flurry of blows.
All right, sounds good. Get those punches in. 15, no.
Yeah, 17 won't hit, so I'll just try another one with the second attack.
That's good. Sweep, kick, punch. You get him like in the legs, like somehow like through his armor, and he's like. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, yeah, that's all. I just like beat the crap out of a bunch of dudes. It's okay. May, what would you like to do?
Um. So, how many people are still here that haven't
Two.
like
There's
started
two
moving?
on you. It's possible the two that rallied may come back in. You're not sure.
Oh, there's two in the back that are like, "Oh, we're okay. We'll go back and."
Possibly.
Okay. I want to. Oh my gosh. She's so tired. Okay. Well, anyways, I really don't want to kill anybody if I don't have to because, yeah. She's going to have her mount attack the people in front of them.
Okay.
Just basically, just like she just commands it, like in Celestial, like take these two guys out. But she doesn't want to do anything else. She's going to. I don't want it to do anything else. I'm sorry, is that really loud? There's a baby crying. So.
I don't know whose baby that is.
Okay, just want to make sure. You.
That's just Ram.
It's just Ram crying.
It sounds like could it be a cat? Or is it a baby?
It's a baby. Oh my god, is it really that? I can.
Am I a father? Do I know the difference?
I'm just nearby.
Nope, you can't tell the difference.
Just tell me if it's getting really annoying. I can try to maybe. I mean,
Just get the chloroform.
he's a good one normally. He doesn't cry as much as some.
So you're gonna swing those owlbears?
Albert's gonna attack. Yeah, I can roll.
Yeah, go for it.
As soon as I find it.
The two soldiers trying to like hold their ground. They're kind of like back to back, but you guys are piling in right now.
Yeah.
It's got owlbears, people riding them. You know, there's Fjorn as well, who's pretty damn intimidating, and Oris now all in the mix.
Nope.
I hear noises. I don't see anything.
Don't have anything that does saves.
You don't see anything yet?
What about saves?
You don't have anything that does saves.
Oh, asking
This
me.
isn't
I don't
May.
see anything coming through. Yeah, what's...
This is 2GM? What the heck?
Oh, you sent it directly to.
Well, it's still
Oh,
should
did you send it to the
private chat.
GM? Sorry, I can pull that up on a different screen. Yeah, okay.
I didn't mean to. I think it's because I was using a stat page.
That's fine. The
That
so the beak misses and the claw still comes in though.
for
Just
the-
like just very similar to the last time. Just demolishes a guy. As he's like, "Whoa, owlbears suck."
Oh, there's suck. What the hell? My limbs from limbs. Dude, imagine.
Yeah, he
being-
goes
imagine
down
being
on
so-
like to one knee, and his like
Yeah.
armor is like really not looking so great. He gets back up to his feet, and he's still ready to
I'm
fight.
going to do that.
So as that happens, though, like as like I'm like command it, it's like May is going to Misty step forward. I
didn't
don't
mean-
know where these people are at.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at my thing and it's clicking wrong. I'm trying to
Okay.
just look through it.
That's okay.
I'm not meaning to click.
That's okay. So you misty
just-
stepping into the archers?
No, you said there was people that like left and were gonna rally and come back.
Yeah, the two of the sword and board guys that you scared initially have turned around. They ran past the archers. The archers complained. They realized that they were being, wankers and that they have to protect their fellow guys. So now they're standing right in front of the archers again. Not 30 feet ahead. They're immediately in front of the archers.
Okay, so I'm gonna misstep forward, to be in between because I can't miss all the way there. I don't think. And then she's just gonna, I don't know. I guess just draw her sword and there's three of her still, and she's just gonna try to intimidate them with a disadvantage.
Sure. Yeah. She's going to just yell at them. Go for it.
Where is-
I can't tell. Is that still the baby crying?
No, that wasn't.
Your intimidation attempt.
We'll find out, I guess. Oh, 10. That's not bad. I mean,
10,
it's not
yeah.
good, but it's not bad. So she
There's
draws
three of
her
them.
sword and just like is like,
They're using magic.
stand down. You don't want to face the. You don't want to face the face May Galanodel. Her eyes are all droopy still.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys, you do look like another elf. To them,
Well, yeah.
which is good. Which is good. It's scary that way. You look like you're part of the military. Is that your turn for
I'm a
May?
kid. I think they can tell I'm a child, but are they? I don't know. What is their immediate reactions?
We'll see on their turn.
Okay, well, I guess
They don't. I mean, it's a 10, so they're not like shaking in their boots. But they were afraid before, so it's possible this will have some effect on their turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand there then, I guess.
Rim?
Yeah, I'll dodge. Yeah, and then Rim is going to. He'll shoot that last guy, right? There's one left. Or there's two
There's
still?
the ones that are fighting the owlbears. There's still 2.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna run forward though.
Get into that sweet melee.
Well, he's just gonna no. He's gonna. He still has his bow out, so he's gonna run forward and he's gonna shoot. Whatchamacallits. I don't know where I'm at. Whoever has the lowest health.
Sure. There's one guy who looks like he's bloodied. He just got hit with an owlbear claw. He doesn't look so good.
And he got a 7, so it misses.
Come on, Rim. You were so much better in the Shadowfell. Maybe he's just meant to fight in the Shadowfell.
When he has advantage, he does fine. When he doesn't have
That's
advantage,
true.
he doesn't.
That's true.
Maybe he should be a phantom or a soul knife
Nope.
rogue.
Nope.
Is that it for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to skip the soldiers, and you'll see why in a sec, and we'll come back. Fallstar, what would you like to do?
Okay, how far am I from the archers?
60 feet? 30
Okay,
feet?
I'm going to.
I
Oh
forget.
boy!
60 feet.
All right.
Because I'm like 30 now.
Okay. I'm going to cast.
Yeah, it is 60 feet. Yeah.
I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on one of the archers,
Sure.
and I'm going to make them feel. I'm going to make them believe that their hands are being, their hands are being flayed.
Wait, what?
I'm going to make them believe that their hands are being flayed.
That's not what Phantasmal Force does.
A craft an illusion that takes place in the mind of.
Monster.
Mhm.
They, like do it like a thing, not like on them.
So
I don't
the
know.
illusion is that, like, what? Like magical
Sound,
scissors
temperature,
are
and other
filleting them?
stimuli
Okay.
can make them believe anything,
Okay.
Like,
including taking damage.
Yeah, no. I know.
Believe that there's a knife. That they feel that they believe that there's a knife going up their fingers.
okay. Let's go with the save. They fail. So they believe that there's...
That was me. Oh,
Oh.
sorry, never mind.
Well, that's
Yeah,
okay.
it doesn't matter,
It's
right?
still a DC.
2
They
damage.
rolled low, so it's fine. So 2 points to one of the archers.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. So they feel a blade going up their fingers, on their hands. Like it's not. Yes.
Okay. Is that
Um.
it for Blanford?
And I'm going and bonus action. Has May used that inspiration I gave her yet?
No, not yet.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna give the second inspiration to Oris.
Horus, okay. Horus is
Oris, you make
inspiration.
their yes. Oris. Make their lungs really porous.
Pretty porous.
All right. Is that your turn?
I mean, yep.
Nothing from the owlbear?
Oh yeah, owlbear attacks. That
Just-
guy who's
Sure.
beak attack.
Yeah, go for it. There's a hurt guy, so maybe this is good enough. Rolling those D somethings. Oh yeah, that's good.
Go through. And claw attack for if
Yep.
he's still standing.
He is still standing. We'll know in a second if he's still standing. A 17, yeah, that's not good enough. So yeah, as the beak comes out, it takes a big chunk out of him, and he's bleeding. And he gets back up on his feet, and he's like kind of limping, and he's barely holding it together at this point. At the bottom of the order, the soldiers start to rally a bit. So the two that are fighting, the owlbears, don't look too good. But the ones that are up at the top of the hill, the archers put their bows down and draw swords, and they start getting ready to charge down on the only person close enough, May.
Even the one whose hand I'm messing up.
Won't the archers go after
Sure. So as like 8 soldiers are about to converge on your very tired, almost completely out of it little elven girl who is not intimidating enough for this complete military force.
We'll feel it soon.
From behind them, that we'll say that there's, you know, like building walls on each sides of you guys that you were fighting in this kind of like closed area, but then the walls like break away where they're standing at, and they didn't realize this, but they're getting flanked right now. And as you watch, some familiar faces come smashing in with great weapons into that group of 8 soldiers, and they smash in. They just charge right in. Spoosh, spoosh. I'm going to do some rolls, but I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot because they are archers. Yeah, great weapons. They're great. So instead of like charging down at May, they turn to defend themselves. But this group of ragtag soldiers comes smashing through, and you see them like big swings, like war. I'm trying to remember. I think there was a great axe. Great axe, great sword, and then like a couple more. There's more soldiers behind that come in. They got some hammers, they got some whatever, and you just see like entire archers get splattered and smashed. And by the time 6 seconds are up, there's only a couple of archers, and they're kind of like they have their swords out and they're getting ready to fight. But then these guys with the big weapons are staring them down. There's at least a half dozen of them against 2 guys. And then they just go, and they drop their swords and run. And the 2 guys that are bloodied and bleeding in front of your owlbears realize what's going on, and they drop their weapons, and they start trying to surrender to you guys. I give up! Don't kill me!
Matter because Fjorn goes next, right?
Sorry? Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, to Fjord. Like, don't kill me, boy!
If Oris went next, that would matter.
Yeah, if Oris went next, it'd be fine, but...
Well, I mean, you guys can keep in initiative if you want, but the enemies have broken out of initiative at this point.
I just mean, I think that Fjorn wants to kill them.
It's Fjorn's call here, what he would like to do with this.
You talked me into it.
I don't think you should. I just assume that's immediately what's going to happen.
Here's the thing. If
Yeah, it was the one guy attacked with 4 quarterstaffs and full on great staffed somebody.
I just like the
That a 3/4 staff?
Great punch.
So Fjorn, are we just breaking initiative or are you doing something?
Let's stop.
I'll think I'll not kill him.
Okay.
But
So
did the guy I cast?
Yeah, the guy you did the flaying thing, like as cool as that was, he got annihilated. He took a warhammer to the face, and his skull just caved right in. So, whole staff, big staff, Walmart staff. As we break out of initiative here, as the GM steals your victory from you, or saves you, however you want to look at a bunch of guys coming down to fight May in her battered state. you look up at the group that had just smashed these guys. They're not wearing either the Elven or the military of the Goldmane Empire, and you actually recognize the two that led the charge in. It is Lilac and Gordon.
Oh.
And they, shake the blood off their weapons and sheathe them, seeing you guys. They say, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?" And as this is going on, the Elven soldiers are, like, taking prisoner the two, like... Because there were two elf guys there, right? So they're, like, taking the humans prisoner or whatever. But you guys can... talk to... You can deal with that in a second.
Yeah. Oris just kind of like, I guess, takes a deep breath and then just kind of wanders off again. He's still like around, but he's just kind of...
He doesn't want to deal with these people?
Yeah, he's moping around still.
I don't
Okay.
know these people, right? Who are these people?
Well, May is closest to this action that just unfurled. So I guess they're kind of talking in your direction.
Is this Tessa's group?
Who were they?
Lilac and Gordon. They were
don't
the
know.
two mercenaries that
Oris spared.
you scared them away when Drug as a revenant fought you in the basement.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, imagine seeing you here.
May yawns.
You guys don't look like you're ready for a fight. Although
We
I like
just-
the rides you got.
Yeah, we just raced here through the Shadowfell. It's been a bit. We
We could have been here a whole day, half a day later.
Yeah,
you
we-
could've been.
like,
It's
we-
still
we
like
were behind
midday,
them.
even though you've been 12 hours.
12.
we wound up behind them. We took a shortcut through the Shadowfell. We are so tired. We need to sleep. It's so bad.
I am tireder than him, and I'm still ready to fight.
Well,
I
this,
can keep going, but
Punched.
I'm sure you guys could find somewhere to rest
Still.
if you're not willing to fight. Some of you look like you're strong. Pointing
I've
at
got spells still. I still have spells. I still have spells. But oh boy, I'm so ready to go to bed.
I feel like May next to her owlbear has that look of like that bear next to a little little girl. She
Yes.
likes
Also,
her.
also, you have more exhaustion than I'm the one complaining.
Yeah, I know.
I'm fully whining about how this is terrible. Blah. I'm fully going there, and you're just yeah. That's where I'm at, and I'm sure you've got feelings about this.
I mean, she's just like you're just a big baby to her. But she's also super tired. So
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, what do these people want?
Yeah, I don't know. You guys
So
kind of
we're
went off on
ready
a
to
weird tangent
go?
here about
What's
talking.
the
So
next
while you
arrow
guys
in the
like
map?
May is like back, and Fjorn, May, and the owlbears are like having this weird like a drunken, exhaustion
Blame her,
discussion.
not Fjorn.
They kind of walk past you guys and go up
What?
to Fjorn.
That's rude.
Sorry.
May said that's rude.
That's rude. I think it's rude that you guys had arguments over who's most exhausted in front of these guys.
I wasn't arguing about that. That wasn't in character. He was just saying something about being more out.
Hey, sometimes you're out of character, but time's still moving in the game. So they kind of walk by, and the two Lilac and Gordon break from the rest of the group. You notice there's about 6 other of these similarly dressed characters. They're more in their own personal gear this time. I forget how I described how they looked before, but they they're very barbarian now. They look a lot like what Fjorn looks like, and they have some similar like clothing choices. And so they come down to see Fjorn, and they're like, You're from the Northlands, aren't you? Or the Coldlands, sorry. It's called the Coldlands.
Just
We are too. We may have lied to you when we were hired before. Mercenaries got to take work when we take it, don't we?
Wait, so why are you working for the elf people now?
Well, it's not so much working for the elves as fighting against those fools who started this damn thing. I'm sure you guys are aware.
Oh, we found it out.
Aware of what? The war going on? I mean, it's pretty obvious there's a war going on.
Those tattooed bastards.
Yeah,
We figured out what was going on after we investigated who hired us. He didn't have those marks, but I know he's been around speaking and skulking with their kind.
Oh, the deer? I mean, the elk? I mean, the gloom elk?
Yeah, the blue elk.
The glue milk.
The milk that's made out of glue or whatever, that thing.
Yeah.
So, what can we help fight still? What's going on? What's going on outside the walls?
What did you discover? So you might know different things than we do.
I think we're in the middle of. There's still a battle going on. What's going on?
There's still, there's still a war going on.
Fjorn's gonna tell them
who cares?
This skirmish has stopped, though. There's no immediate threat.
Yeah, but there's more probably. How is the walls? What's going on?
Sorry, did you say how are the walls?
What
did you ask?
Outside the walls and stuff. I don't know what's going on. We still want information. What do they know anything?
What are you asking?
Is there people outside what's going on outside the walls? Is there any comment that we can help still here? We want to help still.
Well, I'm sure there's more to do. This war's gonna be a rager for some time, I'm sure.
So the war is gonna continue here for a long time?
I imagine. I don't know what they're after. All I know is them gloom
There's a
elves.
battle for El Luane, and I want to make sure that the people that should be in charge of it remain in charge of it.
Well, then you can talk to these elvish fools. Clearly they don't have the strength to defend themselves. Well, we're going to head back out then. If you don't
I throw
need
my
anything
hands
further.
up in going in exasperation, like, what have I been saying? These people refuse to hear.
I don't.
But
I hear there's trolls running around. I don't care which side you're on, you got to deal with those.
okay. We
guess-
tried to warn them. We managed to warn them. Eventually, we had to do a whole thing just to be able to warn them. Spent a week before we were able to get through to them
Yeah, I don't care
because
about
they
any
wouldn't
of that.
listen to us.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
And because of that, they weren't able to prep. And you know what?
So,
They have their god. Their god can protect them.
where do they have like a?
Your guard is the only true god.
Totally. Yeah.
Which one is this?
The North people or something.
What's the name?
Fjorn's god, right?
Urgard.
Urgard.
Earguard,
Urgard.
however you want to pronounce it.
The god of
Aren't
ears. No.
Yeah. The guy who guards ears. He just wears earmuffs all the time.
Jordan mentioned at some point that you guys do human sacrifice. Think that he'd be interested in elves?
What do you...
Shut up! What are you talking about? Next. Fight more people that are attacking the city.
You guys look like you should hole up somewhere. I don't think you should be fighting when you're this tired. You're welcome to come with us if you want, but I don't think you'll be able to keep
until
up.
I can't fight anymore. I'm sorry. As long as I still have spell slots in my quiver, spells in my quiver, I'm not going to.
Bjorn is probably around some of his own. He's going to want to go with them. So.
Bye, Fjorn. Fjorn just leaves. Sorry.
Well, you see, like in the group that's back behind them, you see some of them are wielding like great weapons, but there's a couple of female characters you might more classify as shield maidens who are they're sword and boarding it, or axe and shielding it, if you will. They are from the Northlands. It's interesting. I thought about this back when you guys, when they came to offer you the job, you followed them, and then Blanford, if I remember correctly, you didn't like question if they were lying to you about where they came from. You questioned if they were Gloom-Elk, and he did this weird like reach around to check them for tattoos and stuff, and they don't have them because they're not part of the Gloom-Elk. But the Coldland people...
they didn't notice this, which was wild to me.
The Coldland individuals, like Fjorn, have a feud against if they're here, they probably had similar problems that I don't know how much of Fjorn's backstory we're going to get into. But yeah, they have a vendetta against the Gloom-Elk as well, that Fjorn has a very similar distaste for them. And that's what they're fighting for. They're not siding with either part of this war. They are just literally smashing heads. In this case, they happened to smash some relatively innocent soldiers, but then they saw you guys.
Okay, I'm going to... we need to rest, because if this is going to be a prolonged thing, we cannot function. If we keep going until we're out, we're not going to... We can't guarantee that we can... that we're going to be able to go, all right, we're out of spells and we're low on HP. Okay, we can go. We need to go retreat to a safe space and take a nap and and take a long rest.
Yeah. So while you're babbling on about the things you need,
no. I'm going to cast Friends on May, and I'm going to use persuasion check to convince to say we need to take a long rest right now so that we can useful it later.
Why did you cast Friends on May?
To get a advantage on charisma checks.
So a normal?
Yep.
All right, sure. While you're doing that, one of the elves that was still hiding behind the debris is now out, as well as the one that was injured is now like hobbling, holding the one that was helping, and the two of them come out, and then the two glaive wielders are also coming over as well. Although one of them is keeping like watch on our two human prisoners that you have. I'm not sure what you were trying to persuade her, that you want her to believe that she needs a rest. She does believe she needs a rest.
That we need to rest so that we can be useful in a more sustainable way.
Can you tell? I mean, because he's right beside you. You can. I mean, I guess if you did it from like a distance or like sleight of hand.
If we run all spells and run low on HP, we can't guarantee that we're going to have a place to retreat to take a long rest.
Let's have. I mean, in all fairness,
we could make a
Ezekiel. Can you do perception and Zazie? You can do stealth, I guess, to see if you can tell. You're both at disadvantage. It's going to be just a slap fight here.
Oh boy!
I mean, I'm not slapping. I just want to say things.
Oh no!
I just mean it's like.
Did that go through?
Such weak rolls because of the situation.
15? It's not bad.
Anyways, the elves.
Oh no!
It's still not going through, so I don't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Let's do it twice.
What didn't go through?
on my
I see
end.
the perception. Oh,
That's
The,
fine,
the,
but
the
yeah,
stealth
yeah,
from
instead.
the... Anyways, you asked who's talking. So you were speaking to Gordon and Lilac, although Gordon was doing most of the speaking because I didn't feel like speaking as a woman. Not because I don't feel she was talking, just because I didn't want to do her voice. Yeah, you totally know that he was casting a magical spell. You, I guess, didn't really know it was on you necessarily, but... yeah, you know that he's like casting spells on people. You've even seen him cast the friendship spell before, so you can identify
okay, it doesn't
the
matter
words
if
that he uses.
So I don't know it's cast on me.
Sure, I don't know. I still don't understand what we're doing or why we're casting spells on our
Trying to-
teammates.
Okay,
I'm trying to get him to. Oh, I'm trying to get May to go. Hey, it's actually. Yeah, it is okay to go to bed. We can deal with this later. It's fine. We can.
and I am
Oris
going
and
to
Fjorn are-
dispel the magic if I can tell that he cast a spell on me. So that's why I'm asking.
Sure. I mean, if you want to use a spell slot on that, go for it. But he's already used it to persuade you, so I mean...
Well, he can't make a persuasion check on the same turn unless he can. I don't know. That's why I was asking if I could do that, but...
I mean, we're not in initiative.
Well,
Okay, cool. So
I guess
kill
like
him
he casts friends, you realize it still takes you 6 seconds to cast a spell of magic. He can talk in those 6 like I don't know. There's not rules in the book for when your friends cast friends on each other.
So guys, in a minute I'm gonna try to kill Blanford, so I don't know why he's trying to do that. It's
Anyways,
like,
all that
maybe-
aside, the elves will come over and some of them will even kneel to you guys and say, "You are honor bound or honor cloud."
yeah, but I guess we gotta go sleep now because Blanford's really convincing.
we need to take a long rest because we are. So, you are fully exhausted.
We can find you a place to rest for a time.
Yes, please. Sure.
We'll be ready. We'll be able to function better then. We thought we'd be able to get here before the battle, but apparently not.
Tell me when a minute is. I mean, you're fine. What do you want? So you know immediately that Blanford's that casts a spell on you,
have
and
you
then you're
read
gonna
the
like.
spell? That's what the spell does.
Yep.
You know immediately, and then you attack the person. It's
It doesn't attack necessarily. It's
I'm going to
it's
attack.
a hostile. Oh, okay.
What the hell? I don't like your May doesn't like you, and you just cast a spell to force her to do something she didn't want to do. What the heck?
I'm not even sure why you did it. Like you wanted to be persuasive, but you didn't want to have disadvantage, so you cast a spell on your own team. It seems whatever. I'm gonna move past it, and you guys are just like doing your thing over at the side, and they're discussing what you guys want to do with, I guess, Fjorn, and I guess Oris kind of stepped aside, but you've got friendly elves willing to help, and you've got the Coldlanders who are not really affiliated with either side of the war here, are just hunting down Blue Milk members at this point.
Do I recognize any of the people from north?
I mean,
Are they just from the same area?
is
Not
that
from the
like
tribe?
maybe send me a message and just ask me on Discord?
Okay, well that's going on. I guess Oris like sees the bickering between Blanford and May, and he just kind of walks over and tells them to both go and sleep. They need it. And
Yeah, you guys are clearly both just very tired.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, but I'd like you to finish whatever was going on over there because I think that I don't understand why you guys don't get it. The way the friends go works is they become hostile towards you. May is already tired. She doesn't really like Blanford very much, and she's very, very offended that he just used magic to influence her mood. So she's not necessarily gonna like murder him outright, but she's going to be extremely upset about that. It's not cool. That's not cool at all.
I'll
Yeah,
pretend that
Oris
it's
is
not.
trying to. Can Oris roll like I'm not sure,
Insight?
something to like make them both like play nice?
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
sure.
try to persuade
Do
her.
it.
Animal handling?
Yeah, not animal handling.
Children, go to sleep.
Spritz water at us.
Performance or something? I have no
God,
idea.
I think you just ignore them. Like, they're just squabbling between the two of them, and you guys worry about the
Yeah,
actual things
I'm gonna wander
happening.
off the bed.
he sees the escalation and he's like, he just wants to calm things down.
I mean, I guess you could try to physically force them, but I mean, you're not very athletic, so I don't know if that's something you want to do. Grappling is like
Well, I could.
strictly in athletics.
Okay, maybe he'll be nearby in case
You could
fighting starts. and
intimidate
he can
them,
step in the middle of it.
or just persuasion if you want. I don't know. Or you could just
Yeah, maybe
literally just tell them,
persuasion.
and then it's up to the person, like, is actual Ezekiel and Felstar to take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be necessarily roles. He just goes up and says, "Play nice. You guys are both tired, and you need to take a rest."
I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm not traveling with him anymore.
His intentions were good. His actions maybe
I don't
not. We can
care.
talk to him
He
about
tried
it
to-
after.
If I don't want to do something, I told him I didn't want me to do something. I don't understand.
He's tired, and so are you.
I don't care if he's tired. I would never do that to someone unless it was life or death.
It is.
It's not life or death. I'm not gonna die. It doesn't matter because it's my choice.
If you go out
Your
there
safety
as
is a
tired,
concern.
if you go out there as tired as you are, as tired as I am, you're going to die. And
I don't. You're not. You don't get to. You don't get to make those decisions for me.
okay.
Ever.
He doesn't, but he's looking out for you, just
I-
as
Don't
As
care.
Oris
In
is,
a million
as I
years,
am.
if you ever cast a spell like that on me again, you won't live to see the next day.
Okay. I won't look out for you then.
She stalks off.
Sure.
Oris just says to Blandford, "Go to the inn," and
Rim's standing off, like really awkward. Rim's like he doesn't know what to say.
He's
Like,
like,
awkwardly
is mom
like-
and dad fighting? I don't know what to do here.
yeah, Oris just says
And so
tells
I
Blandford
find-
to go to sleep, go out to the inn to sleep or something.
I'm going to go off to the inn and take a long rest.
Yeah, I think you guys should probably take advantage of that. Obviously, Oris, Rim, and Fjorn are good to continue moving for a bit before having to stop themselves. So, I mean...
We could do a short rest, I guess, at this point, and then the three of us go out. May can maybe tag along in the back if she's insistent, but we're, I think, all trying to convince her to sleep. But
you guys, like, to get rid of the exhaustion, you either need a long rest or you need to find something, like a
We have
potion
to,
or
I have
something.
to sleep 3 days in a row to get rid of all.
Yeah, just 3 days. Just 3 days. Like, that's the thing. You guys don't have 3 days. You might have 1 day.
one we can manage, and then at least you're slightly better, and then
And then you're going to have to
Oh.
look for alternate means of removing that exhaustion if you need it gone, like, immediately. Also, you guys all take a second point of psychic damage.
What?
You
Okay,
get,
another
your
point.
headaches are still hurting you guys. It's been an hour. I'll say it's been an hour at this point.
Okay. I've taken 2 damage.
Yeah, it's not a lot of damage. I'm just throwing it
No,
out
it's-
there.
that's fine.
If you're gonna go take a long rest, it won't matter because it'll be all healed up anyways.
Well, not for Rim or Oris or Fiona.
Not for the people who are keep moving. Yeah. And like you guys might want to like go and figure out the situation while everybody else is resting. And then you
Yeah,
can-
let's do that. I guess talk to the soldiers and ask them where their commander is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are. So I guess they'll explain to you that they are a force coming from, the like an official defense force coming from further north. they're winning some fights and they're losing others. It's a crappy skirmish battle now that the main gate has been smashed down. It's not really a siege as much as it's kind of a siege because they still have like a camp out the south end. Speaking to the Coldlanders, you learn that in addition to they're pretty sure as well that there's this southern camp, but they're more interested in the glue milk, and they're actually telling you that to the east of the city, there's actually there's like a setup that looks like it belongs to part of the Goldmane Empire, but is like entirely just glue milkians. I just coined that. That's canon now. They're glue milkians, apparently. It sounds gross. No. I do not want to be a glue milkian. As well. So there's like this additional force that's fighting, and it's weird because like the Goldmane Empire is just kind of like ignoring them because they're helping them in this weird situation. And they also tell you that that's probably they suspect that's where the trolls are coming from, that they've somehow unleashed these trolls on the city to disrupt the back end because they have to come in through the east gate or the north facing east gate, instead of through the bottom south gate, which is where the main place is. So things you guys might want to consider to do. You still don't know where the Black Fang is, who has Tessa and Callie probably with him. You don't know what's up with Whimsy. You don't know what's up with the potential mage or whatever, the sorcerer, powerful person coming from the Goldmane Empire. You don't know what's going on with the trolls necessarily. You know that there's this apparently a bunch of Coldlanders running around just like as vigilantes doing whatever the hell they want during the war. You know that the majority of the city is evacuated, but maybe not everyone. They tried to evacuate everyone, but some people refused to leave, so there might be like civilians still, depending on where you go. You can go to the Greasy Goblin if you want for resting. They tell you that two of the major military strong points for the elves right now is they're holding the academy and they're holding the town center. Those are their two like biggest points of interest. And everywhere else is just like madness. It's almost like there's not that much command going on. It's more just like soldier on soldier guerrilla fighting in the streets, without too many innocent casualties. It's mostly soldiers fighting. What would you guys like to do, or ask more questions if you want? I hope I answered what you had asked in that massive dump that I just gave you.
So I'm going to ask the north.
I'm not there because I'm taking my long rest.
Want to know the glue milk camp? Is it what size is it? Is something we could like go in and take in?
You're not sure. You're not entirely sure how big it is. They've seen it. They don't think the force is nearly as big as the Goldmane Empire, but they know that there are glue milk within the ranks of the Goldmane Empire as well. So maybe there's more hidden than they think. But they have seen soldiers. This is why they just attacked Goldmane soldiers indiscriminately, because the glue milk are wearing armor and outfits, as if they're from the Goldmane. So they just like attack them and then check to see if they're like, so far in our battles, when we attack, if they stand and fight, they're glue milk because they have this death wish about them. But if they run, we let them run because then they're probably... But they're not smart. These guys are like... They're barbarian and tribal in nature. So they don't have a terrible strategy. They're just like, we're going to smash heads that look like they're Goldmane. And their rule of thumb is if they run away, they're probably Goldmane and we'll let them go. But if they stand and fight the last man, they're probably glue milk, and then they kill them and check for that tattoo, and then they find it, and then they're like, okay, that's some more glue milk down. Does that make sense?
No, because Corbin fled.
That's true. Corbin did flee. again, their strategy is not sound. It's just what they're doing.
It makes sense to them.
It makes sense to a bunch of barbarians, yeah. They're like, oops, we killed the wrong people, but it's all sacrifices to Irgard, so it doesn't matter.
Are we gonna try and sweep through the town for more skirmishes and tip them all in our favor?
That's an option, definitely. You could go looking for specific information or a specific person as well, if that's something you want to do. Also, keep in mind, it's been a few days. Clearly, Drug hasn't rehired Lilac and Gordon, but you might have to worry about a Revenant showing up at some point, especially if you split up from the rest of your group.
Yeah, I don't know about splitting up.
Well,
I already
Blanford
did.
is, yeah.
Yeah, the two of them went back for their long rest. We'll worry about that
Blanford
next
is
session.
also, or Zosimus is also a target, so.
You also know that this battle has been going on for about a day already. Like, it's been close to a day of fighting, and there doesn't seem to be an end. The battle lines have not moved. There's fights and skirmishes going all over the place, but none of the major points have really been. It's just this steady fight.
Have they stopped at all? I mean, they've been fighting just for 24 hours.
It's not like literally everybody in swinging their sword for 24 hours straight, but yeah, sieges don't normally end that quickly. It takes a while. Although they have broken in, so it's mostly just running around, but even then you still have to force people to run through no man's land to take important positions. But they're dug in where it counts.
Right. I feel like the wall of the city would be good to make sure that there's no one behind it.
Wall inspection it is.
Well, I mean, I think we need to wipe out everyone that's in the city. That's not
Okay, so clear the city first and then sweep around the walls.
well, because the other side of the wall, right? They've got their
Yeah.
armor and stuff, but on the inside of the wall, they also have their armor. It's we basically get everybody just to leave the whole city or protect the city. Which the first step would be making sure that the defenses that were broken are now fixed, and there's no one behind the enemy behind our lines. Which I'm assuming there's a wall,
yeah.
right? That's not.
The door was breached, I guess, or the gate was breached. So yeah, we'd have to sweep the town first, or city or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, because there's all these fights inside the city.
Yeah, it's tough because there's boulders come flying in, just smashing the city, so it's tough to hold the south gate.
So we need somebody to find who's breaching the gate. We need to help close the gate, and we need to clear the city inside it.
If we could,
I don't think you guys are personally responsible for all those things, but yes.
Well, we feel like
We
it,
could
all
help with
right?
any of
We
them.
feel like we're responsible for it. I want to send Squire up. I want to see where the trebuchets or whatever is throwing these rocks are. If there's a lot of them or what. If I could get a.
Sure, you can send Squire to try to scout the enemy camp, but there's a large risk of him not returning.
Okay, so they're not very close. Then never mind. Okay, well, let's just.
Well, I mean, they're gonna shoot him down.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we don't need to worry about the trebuchets. That seems like it's going to be kind of hard. Unless we all just go try to go around or something.
Sweep the exterior wall.
I mean, I think they're camped outside the exterior, right?
The war camp has moved up, yeah. At least that's what the people are telling you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, as far as we know, they're basically camped right outside. So, would like to talk to somebody in charge of the Elven front.
Yeah, you could do that. They could bring you to somebody that's more in charge if that's something you guys want.
Yeah, I want to know what they're doing.
Is this May saying this or Rim?
Yeah, this is May.
As I thought May was going to long rest.
No.
She's stubborn.
She's pretty stubborn. I don't know if she's gonna fight. I don't know. Again, I really don't think that stopping right now feels like a good idea. I think going to sleep in the middle of a giant battle. Also, I don't understand how are we?
4 hours later, you're not. You have one fewer exhaustion.
I know, but 4 hours later, she could get stabbed in her sleep. I don't like. The city doesn't seem safe at all. They broke through the front gates, and there's no walls in the middle of the city. Like, I don't know how anybody's sleeping right now. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, there's somebody sleeping.
Yeah, but is he really a person?
Yeah, I guess we're not gonna split up as a group. I guess the remaining of us, but
We're not really going to do anything about the soldiers in the city either. I mean, we're not going to be able to like
we can
make
turn
them leave.
turn the tide of some of the battles, which will free up those soldiers to fight in other areas, which will clear those battles out, and you know what I mean. It kind of changed the swing of everything, and then we sweep through the whole city, and then take prisoner, Horace would say, the enemy soldiers.
You actually have 2 enemy soldiers hostage too, if that's something you guys want to. I mean, if you guys don't do anything, they'll just be taken prisoner by the elves. But I mean, if you wanted to speak with them or something,
Sacrifice them to Earguard.
yeah. You're the honor clad. They're gonna do whatever you ask.
I have no idea what like even roughly like the numbers, the strength, stuff like. And that's why I'm worried, because I don't know if the elves are actually able to hold this city without our help. If we should leave the city or not. That's the main problem that I think May is having. Even tired, she's like, it seems dumb to just pass out for a while.
Oh, for crying out loud, this is what I've been saying. Nah, I'm not there anymore.
No, I know we might need to leave, but I want to know. I don't want to take off. I want to make sure we're safe. I don't care just about what happens to our party. I care about what happens to the city. And I'm saying this as May. I'm just saying it in my normal voice.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if she needs to say that. I feel like that's just how her thought process is going. So talking to the commander or someone of the elf forces would help with that.
Certainly. So the academy is where the native Eloane forces are holed up. They're the police force, all the like general soldiers that were already here before the siege. That's where they are. That's their main point of what do you want to call it? Their HQ. The newly arrived forces were ordered and told to hole up in the town hall because they consider that to be the most important. So the reason the academy is the locals, because that's where all their supplies would be. So that's where they went to go. That's where they prepared their defenses. But then the like political forces said the capital or the town center is the thing to hold to maintain ownership of the city. So that's where their HQ is, and they've basically turned the main town hall that you have been at not only a few days ago into like a military barracks, and that's where they are holed up. So you can basically speak to either commander if you want. They're not even necessarily like, I guess technically one is ranked under the other, but I mean the city defenses are kind of their own military branch, if you will. The soldiers you're speaking to right now are mostly from the new group, but the one that recognized you guys was from the academy, and he says he's been mixed. He lost his group, and that's why he's with these guys. That's how he recognized you. Whereas the new people, they won't immediately recognize you by sight because the word has to spread.
So the closest commanding officer is at the armory.
You can go to the academy, or you can go to the town hall, depending on which military branch you care more about speaking to.
Which is closer?
I don't know. You want me to roll?
You'll go to the academy.
Academy, I guess. Then, yeah.
Doesn't matter to me which is closer. I mean, you can send Squire up, and he can get you
We'll just go to the academy.
a clear path around any encounters so you don't run into a troll or something on the way. Definitely. So you find a path. Just to confirm, is Blanford going to the Greasy Goblin and everybody else is heading towards the...
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, when you get... I'll just quickly explain. When you get to the Greasy Goblin, you do see that there are some military people there holding that spot. But overall, it's not dangerous. That you're kind of in the northern half of the Eloine city. So you're not really anywhere near the front lines necessarily. And they have other sick and injured already in that establishment. I guess not sick. That's a silly thing to say. Just injured. I guess I just said it as a term, sick and injured. But I mean, why would there be any sick people? That doesn't make sense. Just the injured are being taken care of there. They've kind of turned it into a bit of a triage because there's also food and other supplies at the inn as well as beds. But I mean, they've kind of expanded it beyond just the one building. They've taken local, they'll just go into residences and they'll just go in, break the door down if they have to, and then turn it into a military spot. So around the Greasy Goblin, there's a good sphere of influence, which has now just been militarized. And yeah, they will recognize you and they will offer you respite, if you will. And you can chill for your 8 hours. Well, everybody else does their things. So they're going to go to the academy. You do have to kind of do some weird navigating around the streets a little bit to get to the academy because there are some fighting outside of it. But it's more or less, once you get to it, there's still a couple of blocks of buffer space before the fighting gets right up against the academy itself. And yeah, when you arrive, it doesn't take much to get you guys entrance. They're gonna agree to see you guys right away because first they know you as honor clad, and they more specifically know Fjorn as someone who's worked there. Some of them are even oh yes, here, teacher, thank you for coming. And they're their morale seemed a little bit low, but when you guys showed up, everyone's happy, and they're we have a chance now, yes. And you guys ask to speak to the command involved, and you are met with the commanding officer you met with originally, which was some days ago, that originally turned you away, and the female diviner that he had with him at the time. And I'm going to stop here and cut the episode, but you guys can totally... start gathering up all the ideas and questions you have. What the hell are you doing? How do we not die? Please explain for the next session. Unless you guys have something you desperately need to squeeze in right now, I'm going to...
May fireballs the facility.
Okay.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes. You cast Fireball on the Greasy Goblin, hoping to kill Zosimus.
What? No, we're not there.
That's why I thought we went.
You'll be able to get more information about what's going on in the war when you speak to these people. They will be pretty forthcoming with any more information that you guys need. But yeah, we're going to call it, so I guess I'll just let you guys say goodbye, and then I'll do my spiel. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Meridian Falls campaign. We run our D&Ds on Sunday, and we have another separate party in the same world but different players on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, we've been doing something called Monster Bash. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, but we'll see what happens. The idea is that you can jump into Discord, throw a party of monsters at me with some basic rules and restraints, and then your party of monsters will fight another party of monsters, and I will control both sides, and you just get to see who's the best at making it's kind of like Pokemon, but you pick like 10 monsters, and they fight each other, and last week was actually really, really fun and really exciting. And we'll see how it goes, because I'm a little bit tired of seeing just a bunch of shadows. It's just not fun for me anymore. But we'll see what happens with that. I hope everybody has a good rest of their afternoon. Thank you for watching.